Mike McDowell, we know, doesn't have fourth gear. So when he restarts in second, he's going to have to pull back one.
And after an excruciatingly long 15-minute break between streams, we're back. 15 whole minutes. And I got to get Peacock on the PS4 real quick because I just realized I'm going to need that to watch the game later. One moment.
One of these boys hits me tonight, they won't be playing.
Very aggressive on restarts. He would be looking to jump to the inside. And you just wonder, I'm just concerned that as the 34 Michael McDowell goes from third to fifth, he's not carrying that speed. What's going to happen? Where is Reddick going to go? Is McDowell going to try to go to the bottom, and then Reddick try to go to the bottom, and then there'll be
get my shit together.
How big of a difference is fourth to fifth gear? When you go from third all the way to fifth.
I'm glad the race is starting back this soon. I just thought it'd be longer. I shouldn't have even stopped streams, but it's whatever.
That's why you could see sometimes we see fourth gear on the racetrack, but it's going to be an obvious, disadvantage for the 34. I'm kind of trying to time where it's going to be because I think most guys will carry fourth gear all the way through 1 and 2. Don't you think, Jeff, you could take fourth gear on the restart all the way through 1 and 2 and not find fifth gear until off from 2? So, somewhere in the middle of the corner, I think he's going to have an issue.
Yeah, that's what concerns me, is that with the lower speeds, because remember, you're not up to speed entering turn 1 on a restart like you normally are. A lot of guys will run through there in fourth gear. Well, he's not going to have that option. He can't stay in third. It'll overrev the engine. He's got to go to fifth.
So that will be an issue as they get ready to.
So no Michael McDowell victory today. I'm sorry to inform you.
And here I was just listening to some of the teams talk about the weather conditions that we now will have as we talked most of this race about how hot it is. Well, we've lost a couple degrees in the ambient temp, but the big thing that Chase Briscoe's team just told him, the track temp has dropped 20 degrees. This is going to be a massive difference from when these cars were last under green flag conditions. So not only are they having to deal with a track that maybe got
The loser of the Rogers Brady game has to call their family.
Uh-oh, Brady's got to call his family.
Experiencing something entirely different than they had all weekend, guys.
So the 48 had come to pit road.
Trying to get NBC ready on the PlayStation. And I'll have to fucking sign in again. But in the meantime, 111 to go. Get my stream on my phone, and we're back. Like I said, a long 15-minute delay between my streams.
Update application to use network features.
Hey, McDowell had a pretty good start for a guy who's missing a gear.
How's he going to do? Doesn't look like he misses a beat yet.
McDowell decided to work through those gears with fourth gear missing.
Congrats on our first one. I wish I could say I was going to celebrate the Falcons, but they're not worth celebrating.
Beat a team they should have beat.
Yeah, they beat a team they should have beat and tried to not win, so good for them, I guess.
Now looks to the inside to make it 3 wide.
I think Reddick was actually just trying to get left to get a little air on the nose.
Ooh, McDowell put Eric Jones in the wall.
Oh, yeah, you're getting dumped. I'm dumping. I'm sending that shit in 3 and I'm dumping.
He couldn't get there. I know he wanted to.
You saw him trying to go after the back end of that car, trying to get back to McDowell.
You get back to him.
McDowell blocked him into the wall.
Neither one feels like they got enough damage to slow down.
That's what they tried to say Denny did.
Yeah.
Larson did.
Yeah, Denny hit Larson, and that was somehow Larson's fault. McDowell just sent Eric Jones to the outside wall. Didn't hit it hard, but still. Brady didn't get robbed. Brady played like shit all day and got lucky to almost win. Brady didn't win because he just played like shit today. That's why he didn't win.
Hackett got robbed of a blow.
Yeah. Better go to that inside on the 34. All right, that 34 is going to slip back to where Jones is. Uh-oh. Eric Jones being really nice.
Jones to the inside.
Use him up. I think Michael got intimidated.
Now McDowell drops back to third.
Tyler Reddick takes the lead. Brady's team ain't bad. He's got literally the best defense in the NFL. They're literally the best defense. He just sucks now.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But who the fuck does Aaron Rodgers have?
Rodgers is throwing to a bunch
They
of fucking
scored
nobodies.
14 points.
Yeah.
The Steelers win either one of those games.
I don't want to hear that the Bucs are bad. They held the Packers to 14 and Brady still couldn't get it done. He's fucking washed up. He gets away with playing like shit more than anybody because his defense is so good, and he damn near got away with it again. He ain't the best no more. He's averaging less than 200 yards a fucking game.
Can the underman Bucs?
And he hasn't scored.
Apparently stacked ass Packers.
And by next week, it will have been 14 days since he last scored a touchdown.
So the restarts might not be the issue with this car, but having that fourth gear for the acceleration on the 2 may be something that hurts him on the long runs.
5-yard penalty. It was a delay of game. What are you talking about? It was a delay of game. The touchdown shouldn't have counted anyway. You're trying to say Brady got robbed and they gave him a touchdown because there was delay of game on the touchdown that they didn't call. And then they did call it on the 2-point conversion. Yeah, nobody argued because that was delay of game. And the touchdown was too, and it shouldn't have counted either. He didn't get robbed. He just didn't play well. And got away with a penalty and got a touchdown and then didn't get away with a penalty on the 2-point conversion and lost. In this instance, he came up small because he played like shit all day. Just like he played like shit against the Cowboys and his defense won him that game. Just like he played like shit against the Saints and his defense won him that game too. He didn't get robbed by his own team. He's just as responsible for them losing as they were. How did he get robbed by his own team? His defense held the Packers to 14. You can't score more. You can't score 15 points in today's NFL. What are you, fucking Mitch Trubisky? I mean, come on. He didn't get robbed. He fucking lost, and he's just as responsible as the rest of the team is, outside of the defense, who played a phenomenal game. We're not going to ball wash Brady here because he played fucking mediocre and didn't win.
Parker, what's going on with the 17?
Come on now.
Well, right now, he's the fastest car on the racetrack the last 3 or 4 laps. And remember,
He's the greatest ever, but when he sucks and loses a game, we can't just make excuses for him. He didn't get robbed by anybody. It's a team effort, and they fucking lost. He's the one who only scored 6 points in the first 58 fucking minutes of the game.
We've seen bursts of speed out of the 24 of William Byron today as well. Maybe seeing that now.
I gotta activate NBC Sports on my phone because I ain't used this app on my PS4 in like 1,000 years. So Brady hasn't had a good game all season so far. We're 3 games in. He's played like shit 3 weeks in a row.
The Steelers have more touchdowns than the Bucs do.
Yeah, the fucking Steelers offense with Trubisky scores more points than the Bucs offense with Brady. Think about that for a second.
He's going to run a little high. I think he's going to try to get a little run on the 24. Maybe push that forward, the fellow forward to the 21 by.
You know, Williams frustrated right now because he is better. Now he's under assault.
Brad's going to try now to pass him on the inside, and he's going to make that happen.
Brad moves in front of William Byron, the only playoff driver inside the top 10 right now, with 99 laps to go.
These guys with a little bit fresher tire than most cars on the racetrack that are ahead of them. That hasn't seemed to be a big difference today, though.
Everyone still needs at least a pit stop to finish the race. 99 to go. They can't make it on
All these hoops I got to jump through just to get NBC on my damn PS4.
67 laps. Marty, how about
Figured I'd give the Xbox a break.
slowly recovering back to 22nd.
Trying his best, Steve, and I have a question for you on that, but remember the bad pit stop that happened before the rain and lightning delay. They were in a position to go into the top 10 as that battle continues for 6. Just incredible between, that's the 17 and also the 21 right there, the 6 of Brad Keselowski and the 21 of Harrison Burton. But for Hamlin trying to make his way through, but with the pace picking up so much, Steve, is that going to make it even harder for Denny Hamlin to make his way up through the field with only 97 to go?
I see. I mean, there's passing on the top of the screen, passing on the bottom of the screen. I believe
Brady didn't kill the Saints. What fucking game? He said Brady killed the Saints. Oh, you mean those pick sixes and fumbles that the Bucs defense got him the 20-10 win? Yeah. Yeah, Brady really killed the Saints on that, the way he willed his defense to run that fucking pick six back.
Now I feel like we're just arguing.
Are you Skip Bayless? Brady killed the Saints. In his fucking dreams, Brady killed the Saints. Yeah, Tom Brady wishes he could kill the fucking Saints. I activated this. What the fuck? I gotta do this on my computer. Brady didn't kill the fucking thing. The Bucs defense, once again, the Bucs defense is the only reason the Bucs have won 2 games this year. Brady has done how do you average less than 200 yards a game and you killing guys? Come on now. Fourth quarter genius. Oh, all those short fields after the pick six by the Bucs defense. Yeah, he really killed the Saints, didn't he? He really killed the Packers today. Oh, wait, he scored 12 fucking points and lost. 12 fucking points. Just like he only scored like 13 last week.
Brady was 50% less than 200 yards and 1 touchdown
against the Saints. Read that. Say those stats again, Dylan. What was Brady's stats against the Saints, who he allegedly killed?
Less than 50% completion.
Wow.
Less than 200 yards.
Wow.
And 1 touchdown.
Wow.
Against the team that Baker Mayfield just beat.
Yeah. Was Baker Mayfield disguised as Tom Brady last week? Is that why Brady played so fucking bad and was able to still win? Damn, I didn't know Skip Bayless subscribed to mine. You need to stop it. You need to quit it, Skip.
You're averaging 17 points a game. Come on now.
And what's their defense holding people to? You should tell me about that Bucs defense. It's fucking killing everybody every week.
3, 10, and 14.
Wow.
And you lost the game you gave up 14.
Wow.
3, 10, and 14. It must be nice. How many teams are 3-0 giving up 3, 10, and 14 in a game?
Ain't nobody gonna see no information. It was me activating a PS4 on NBC Sports. You can't see anything on that. We got to caution Busher slow down the front stretch. Yeah, I was sitting there thinking, because I tried to activate NBC on my phone. Yeah, Brady's best friends, a great defense and a clutch kicker. You like how he's had a top 10 defense 13 times in his career? Did you know that quarterbacks that lead their offense to 13 points or less in the Super Bowl are 0-25? Tom Brady's 2-0, though, because his defense scored pick sixes in those games. Yeah. He's the greatest ever, but come on now. He's not like that fucking great. Jesus Christ. The only way Brady wins the Super Bowl this year is if his defense carries them to it, which it looks like they could. They got a Super Bowl caliber defense there in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, you score 17 points a game, you only give up 9 of them. That's impressive.
Can't get 200 yards, but he's killing the Saints. He didn't kill anybody in that fucking game. Defense did the work. Same with the Cowboys. He sucked in that game, too. But, I mean, I knew the Bucs were going to win that game. I don't know. I think the Packers and Bucs you saw today, they're not that far off from each other.
Busher running in the 3rd spot brings out the caution for the 12th time.
Who carried Brady? Well, nobody, and they fucking lost.
Wow.
Are you talking about the Super Bowl with the Eagles? Or the Super Bowl where James White caught fucking 15 catches for like 130 yards and scored 2 two-point conversions and 2 touchdowns. Brady throws a pick six and still wins MVP against the Falcons. Somebody explain that one to me. Yeah, nobody carried Brady against the Falcons. It was just that defense. The Falcons averaged 33 points a game, and the Patriots defense held them to 21. But how'd the Falcons score 28, Dylan? Oh, yeah, Tom Brady threw a pick six. That's how the Falcons scored 28 in that game. Quit ball washing him. He played like shit against the Falcons. But they fucking collapsed so hard it should be considered a terrorist attack. How hard the Falcons collapsed. I don't know how Brady wins Super Bowl MVP in that when he threw the pick six and James White had like 14 catches for over 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, and scored the 2-point conversion and the game-winning touchdown in overtime. How the fuck did James White not get MVP for that? I'm not salty about Brady. You just can't handle the fucking truth. First Super Bowl against the Rams, they win on defense. Pick six by Ty Law. Brady's best Super Bowl is ironically the one he lost. One of the ones he lost. He played his best fucking game against the Eagles and they lost. That's ironic. That's some fucking irony that only guys like Peyton Manning and Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers have to deal with. Brady didn't get robbed tonight. He played like shit and lost. He lost. He scored 12 points. The greatest of all time could put up 12 points. He is the greatest of all time, but today he only scored 12 points and he sucked and they lost. Just like he didn't get them to snap the ball both times, but got away with it the first time. You can't blame Matt Ryan for that Super Bowl loss. The man had like 148 passer rating. That was like a defensive collapse and a play calling nightmare. Matt Ryan made one bad play, but that game was just a series of unfortunate events. And Brady did play great, but come on, Brady's like the reason they got down by 25. He throws a fucking pick six. The Falcons averaged 33 points a game, and the Patriots held them to 21. 21. Yeah, that penalty that was Brady's fault. Just there it is. There it was. Oh, wait, there's a touchdown. Good for you. It was a delay of game, and they got away with it. And then Brady takes his fucking time, and they get backed up because they didn't snap the ball. And then he throws right to Devon. It should have been intercepted, that 2-point conversion. He throws it right to fucking Devondre Campbell. Because I guess Tom Brady's getting old and needs fucking glasses.
The Raiders have lost 3 games by a total of 13 points.
Wow. So you average that out, that's what, like 4 or 5 points a game?
Yeah. Lost by 2 today.
Well, Brady was the best, but as you can see today and last week and the week before, kind of fucking sucks now. There's a reason he kind of tried to retire and then came back, and you could tell he didn't want to be in Tampa Bay. He tried so hard to get out of Tampa Bay. He tried to go to Miami. That was part of the retirement. He thought he could get them to send his ass to Miami, and when they wouldn't budge, he was like, all right, I'll come back. But I don't know if he wanted to come back because he's not playing like a guy that wanted to come back. He's not playing like one. He's definitely not playing like one. Fucking Brady ball suckers kill me. It's like, we get it. He's the greatest, but you make excuse after excuse for every time he sucks. Talk about them giant Super Bowls he fucking lost because he played like ass. Oh, no, the team. So Brady's not part of the team that flopped on that last drive? The man who threw the ball right to Devondre Campbell on the 2-point conversion that should have been intercepted, but it was incomplete. The guy who didn't get his offense set in time and got a delay of game that backed him up, yeah, that was clearly everybody else's fault. That must have been the defense's fault. You know, the defense that was sitting over on the sideline that got you the fucking ball back because they shut the Packers down the last 3 quarters and gave you every chance to win and forced turnovers.
Packers that were 5 for 5 on third downs, up 14 to
and then didn't score the rest of the fucking game. Yeah. Gee, if only they had 11 Bradys to play on defense. Oh, now Brady was hurt tonight, too. I didn't know that. That's news to me. You know who else was hurt today and won against a better team? Tua Tagovailoa. He was hurt today. He won. Why couldn't Brady? Packers ain't as good as the fucking Bills. Tua won today, and he was hurt.
Tua won with less than 200 yards, too.
Matt Ryan's fucking washed. He won today against the Chiefs. Clutch. He actually came through in the clutch, unlike Brady today, who couldn't fucking get it in for the 2-point conversion. Because he threw it right to a linebacker and after playing like shit for 3.5 quarters. Hey, Harvick got the lead. Derek Carr is the king of doing just enough to not get fired. He ain't that bad.
He's not Mr. Trubisky.
Give Carr some time.
Mr. Trubisky is the definition of doing just enough.
I'll cut Carr some slack because he's learning an entirely new offense with a crappy coach. I don't think Josh McDaniels a good coach.
They're not getting along.
Hey, we can give Brady credit for one thing. He made everybody think Josh McDaniels can be a head coach. I give Brady that. Brady's so good, he tricked three organizations into hiring. Because remember, the Colts hired him and then he quit on him. So Tom Brady tricked the Broncos, the Colts, and the Raiders into hiring this jackass, and it backfired on all three of them.
On board with Chase Briscoe, who's had a remarkable recovery from earlier in the day. Spent most of the race.
Well, Carr's had 9 years, but goddamn, how many offensive coordinators and head coaches has he had in those 9 years? If Carr got traded tomorrow, you'd miss him, though.
The two leaders, first and second, Martin Truex, Kevin Harvick, two oldest guys in the field. Wonder if that experience is paying off for them.
Things heating up back here as well. Kyle Larson on the inside. Got a rookie in Todd Gilliland.
Tua got his fucking bell rung today and balled out against a better team than the Packers.
A little bit tough here down the back straightaway. He's going to try to get a little side draft right there. Can't make it happen.
I'll say it again, Brady's the GOAT, but the excuses are hilarious. Remember that Chicago game a couple years ago where Brady forgot that it was fourth down? He thought it was third down and threw it in the dirt, and then he's looking around going, ain't it fourth down now? I was like, no, that was fourth down. You lose. Everybody's like, he was concussed. He forgot. It's not his fault. He was concussed. He wasn't concussed. Why was he in the game?
Ross. He's running 21.
God, Ross.
Harrison Burton has to get out of the gas.
Ross dove into the corner. 38's up the track as well. Ross went in the corner, committed to sliding up the track. And so Harrison went in the corner saying, I'm not going to allow that to happen.
You mean you'll see me next week when the Bucs defense holds the Chiefs to single-digit points and Brady wins 11-9 or something? Yeah, I can't wait for that. Be just like that Super Bowl where the Bucs defense held the Chiefs to 9 fucking points. 9 points.
Kevin Harvick eliminated after the first
Ugh.
round of the playoffs.
And got no credit for it. They got no respect for holding. Oh, Harvick just crashed.
I love it.
Oh, my
Don't
God.
bitch about it.
Look, I got to be honest. At this point, I feel bad for Kevin
Don't
Harvick.
bitch about it.
He slides down the track. Everybody is able to avoid.
I feel bad for Kevin Harvick.
Go fucking bitch about it.
I don't like Kevin Harvick, but after the last 4 weeks, I actually feel bad for him. Because it's been bullshit. This has been some bullshit for Kevin Harvick.
Harvick and Bush have been eating some shit lately.
Especially Harvick. Like Kyle, it's been just mechanical failures.
Into turn 3.
Blew a tire.
Where the tire goes.
Don't be leading this race is all I can tell you.
Part, the entry to the corner.
Eat a dick on it.
35 laps.
I don't think that car's going to drive away.
That set of tires.
You won your 2 races.
Just listen to the tire come apart.
Heard it come apart down the back stretch.
I find it funny that I've been a fan of the same team for 20 years because I don't have to switch teams because Brady fans aren't football fans. What are they going to do when he retires?
That's a real team.
What bandwagon are they going to jump on now?
Philly and Jacksonville next. That should be interesting.
Damn, that is an interesting game.
Trying to control the car.
Really, it
keep it
shouldn't be, but
out of the racing line.
I don't know, maybe the Chargers and Chiefs just ain't on.
Look at Brady throw this ball. They're showing the replay. Oh, right to the goddamn linebacker. Incomplete. Oh, but it was the penalty, even though the penalty was also his fault. 14-12. You got 12 points. What can I do with 12 points in the modern NFL?
Going down the track. NASCAR drivers always hung onto the wheel and crashing strike.
I've been a Falcons fan for 20 years. I don't switch teams because I'm not a bandwagoner. My team sucks, but I've cheered for them for 20 years through good and bad. I don't switch teams. I don't go Patriots to Bucs.
There's no doubt a direct correlation to how fast you're going and how quickly your tire will go, and it just went immediately on Kevin Harvick. Steve, I cannot describe to you the palpable.
Kevin Harvick needs to be checked for CTE.
Crew chiefs are like, man, is that what it's going to take tonight? So it's going to be interesting to see how they can finish out this race here at Texas.
Well, to your point, the challenge. Now, Kevin Harvick stayed out under the last yellow, but would have new tires even have helped? And does he have enough tires even if he chose to pit?
In all seriousness, is Brady the only quarterback in the history of the Super Bowl to throw a pick six and somehow still get MVP? Somebody check that for me.
To your point, Marty, if it's speed, well, you do tell your driver to slow down. That's very difficult to do in a race.
The first road game in 18 games,
right?
the
We're down to
Jaguars
probably
have won.
2 sets of tires for most of the cars. So
18 road
Just think, it was only a couple years ago we heard that 1-0 wasn't enough, and then they lost 15 straight. Actually, they lost more than 15 straight because they kept losing into the next season before they finally won a game.
But not very many.
Yeah, just a handful of drivers making their way onto pit road. Truex stays out. Chastain comes to pit road, though. Parker.
And you see Chase Briscoe, who's fought this race car throughout this day. They've made tons of changes on it. Just saw his teammate have those
record
tires, so they're
precautions
going to
is
come down
13
and put
and
4
24
Goodyear
Johnson.
tires on the 14.
That race was nuts. This race is nuts, but I don't think it's for good reasons. See, I don't change teams.
Phil Surgeon, the crew chief for Ross Chastain, and said, we're way above the cut line. I'm not going to chance anything. I'm going to play it conservative. They had 3 sets of tires left. They just put on their next to last set of sticker tires.
I do not change teams.
So I think that's what playoff drivers and playoff crew chiefs are thinking about right now. How conservative.
When did the Falcons get carried by refs?
Yeah, and the challenge is with Harvick now going a lap down in the 29th position. There's 28 cars.
Kittle playing tonight.
Change to certain teams I pull for during the year, but
you know,
I've never
so
wanted a
easy.
different
Someone put
favorite
some air
team.
pressure in,
No.
put some new tires on,
I feel like that
slow
wouldn't
down.
make any sense.
To what
I
for-
would never be able to know what was going on.
Certain teams, I'm like, you know, I kind of root for.
The Giants.
The
I love
Raiders,
Giants
I like
this
the
year.
Raiders. I do like the
Only
Raiders.
because they're winning. I will say that, but and because fuck Dallas.
But here's the thing: when the Raiders and Chargers play, I'm like, who do I cheer for? I kind of hope for both of these teams to do well.
I just pick one to win.
And in the AFC North, not gonna lie, I like the Ravens. I've always been a fucking biased Ravens guy. In that division,
Ravens are looking really
on a division by division basis, there's usually a team in each division I'm biased for. In the NFC East, it's Washington. In the AFC North, it's Baltimore. In the South, it's just straight up Atlanta, because fuck Carolina, fuck Tampa Bay my whole life, fuck New Orleans.
thing on the NFC West.
NFC West teams, actually, I don't have anybody in that division I give a shit about.
Kind of all around.
Kind of just all around don't care.
If you're an owner, I mean, you're looking at this and saying, okay, we can't run 30 laps.
NFC East, though, everybody can die
I
except
hate the
Washington.
Niners at playoff
What do you do?
Yeah.
When it comes to playoffs, I hate the
You don't know what to do, so I don't know. This is concerning.
NFC North, I've always said Vikings, but in recent years it's been Packers, because I'm just like, come on, help Rodgers get over the fucking hump, please.
I don't know what to do.
So I'm not gonna lie, I kind of root for the Packers a little bit, but I like the Lions are likable. So I guess that's another division.
I'm liking the Lions.
The only team I hate in the North is the Bears, because I get bored having to watch them every year on primetime games because they're so fucking shitty. The Bears suck, and I don't like watching them play. So whenever they play, I root against them.
That's right.
AFC South, now it's the Colts, because Matt Ryan plays for the Colts.
Where are the tires at? When does
I was very happy to see them win
I
today.
gave up on the
do we have
Titans.
to run the whole race? We're past
AFC East. AFC East, not gonna lie, it was always Patriots. Like when Brady was there, I was like, yeah, go Patriots. I thought it was cool what they were fucking doing.
I like the Bills. I still like
Now, I want to
what the
root.
Dolphins are doing.
Yeah, I like what the Dolphins are doing. I like the Bills a lot. I still like the Patriots. I kind of root for them just so Belichick can show that, hey, he's still pretty good. I root for Belichick. But yeah, for years, I admired the Patriots' dominance. I was like, yeah, good for them. I don't give a fuck because they're not in the NFC. Yeah, you're in the AFC, so it's a little different. We only had to play them once every 4 years or in the Super Bowl.
It's a ton of issues, air pressure, camber, speed, so it's how much load we're putting in that tire. So the faster we
Oddly
go
enough,
now,
the Super
the
Bowl
more
I've hated
issues,
the most my whole life was the Niners-Ravens.
Really?
Because I either got to pick the Ravens to win or the fucking Niners to go for 6 or 5 or whatever it was at the time. I think it was 6.
I think it'd be 6, yeah.
So I was like, lose for me.
Perhaps I was expecting about the settings in his car. So if there have been decisions by some of these teams to be
I don't know if Devin White's and Levante David's backs are strong enough to prop Brady up enough to get him this far. How come Brady couldn't win it last year? Oh, yeah, he lost to the fucking Rams.
You know what I'd give for Devin White?
What?
A lot.
Yeah.
then
A lot.
How come Brady can't beat the Rams?
A lot.
Ever since Brady got to Tampa, the Rams have waxed his ass 3 fucking times. One of the times they beat him, they had Jared Goff.
other side is
Yeah.
that's not really the case, and it's a little bit
The Jared Goff Rams owned Brady when he got to Tampa Bay, and now it continues because Stafford's better than Goff. Can't beat the Saints without Jameis Winston throwing fucking pick sixes all over the place. I don't trust the Rams. But I trust them to beat Tampa Bay, though, because they beat them every time they play.
Setup. So that might be a positive in this situation. Correct.
Truex is going to be the next car to eat shit because he's leading. Whoever's leading this race is cursed. Nobody can make it from here, so.
Going to help clear that 19 car. Also
Ooh.
has to get out of the gas to allow some clean
It's okay.
air.
Hamlin had to get out, too.
Look how much
Haley, that run
distance
on
the
the
19 car's been able to put on the field.
3 wide,
Justin Haley making a 3 wide back there on the
I've been waiting all day. Carrie Underwood's singing her ass off. We still got 75 laps to go in this fucking race because of this stupid delay. Oh, Willie B going for lead. I ain't going to get no money off that. I need Blaney to get up here. Ooh, loose. Byron got a little loose. Truex going to hold on. Oh, Larson and Blaney almost wrecked. This race is hurry up and get over with. I want to watch the fucking Denver Broncos comedy special uninterrupted.
Larson once again on the move, trying to get to the front, to the inside of the 12 of Blaney.
My top 5 favorite Tom Brady moments, and 3 of them involve Adam Vinatieri.
Not much you can do about that. I know Blaney didn't appreciate it, taking air away from him. Reddick back here trying to pass the 34 on the
Number 5, Tom Brady wills Adam Vinatieri to make the hardest field goal in NFL history in a blizzard after fumbling the ball but getting it overturned. Hey, the Broncos. Okay, back in 2012 when the Broncos decided to make the orange uniforms their primaries, I liked it. Now I'm begging them to go back to Navy because the Navy uniforms just look better. I don't like the orange Broncos uniforms. Ooh, Hamlin just put Byron in the fucking wall. Nah, he did hit the wall. So Hamlin put him in the wall, but he's going to complain about Larson. Austin Dillon's in second now.
I'm not sure if the 24 didn't make contact with the wall. It's hard to tell from that angle.
Byron once again is too fucking nice. I think it's fine. There's still letters on the tires, so I think it's fine. I don't know if the steering's knocked sideways or whatever.
See right here.
Yee.
Saw the fire coming out of the 11 exhaust pipe. He was lifting off the gas trying to prevent that. But
I don't care if you're trying to prevent it. You still put me in the wall. Fuck you. Erk. Although with these cars, I guess I ain't going to spend nobody at Texas. I don't want to hurt anybody.
I think the Trix is going to control this gap.
Truex is probably going to be better than most of these guys at managing his stuff. And Austin Dillon's just going to get up on the wheel and try to lead the race. I think Truex is just going to try to maintain and manage his shit.
The driver knows when he's loading that tire, how much he's loading it, where that peak load is on the racetrack, and he may dial it back in that specific area, see if that makes a bit of a difference for him.
Of Austin Dillon wanting to get back to victory lane here at Texas. He did it back in 2020.
Oh, yeah. Austin Dillon almost won Texas in 2016, but Kevin Harvick wrecked him. It was pretty funny. I did see that because I was on the Kiss Cruise, right? I couldn't watch the race. The race was on a rain delay, and I saw Austin Dillon was leading. I was like, oh, shit, is he going to win? And then I found out later when they showed the highlights on the cruise that Harvick wrecked him. And then Carl Edwards won because it rained again, and that was Carl Edwards' last win.
But at this point, if you had a yellow come out, I think you'd be forced to think you're in your fuel window and try to manage it from there.
69 to go. Nice.
Already tying a record number of cautions from Texas Motor Speedway at 13.
Truex, Austin Dillon, Denny Hamlin, William Byron, Kyle Larson. Ryan Blaney's my pick. He's in 6th. Keselowski's 8th, my other fucking bet. And the Broncos and the 49ers are about to kick off. So need to hurry up and get this race over with. That rain delay was bullshit.
I've been so fucking like subpar with my picks this year.
For what, racing or NFL?
Not NASCAR, football.
I've been mostly good, but you know, you ain't never going to get them all right.
So if you count the week 1 tie as a tie pick, I went 8-7-1, and then I went 8-8.
Week 1's the hardest week to pick because you just don't know what everybody has.
And right now I'm 6-8, and I need the Niners and Giants to win to go 8-8 again to be a perfect Steelers record for the season.
Saying I thought Star Wars was on in the living room. Like, who's watching Star Wars? Oh, there you go. Truex wrecked. What did I say? Truex be the next car to wreck because he's leading. Truex just crashed hard. What is going on? And I know he wasn't running hard. And Denny Hamlin just spun off a 4. Did William Byron spin Denny Hamlin? I hope he did. Hamlin didn't hit anything, but Hamlin spun.
God, that car is junk.
That's a DNF for Truex.
Jesus.
Once again, another guy just can't buy a damn brake.
You know, you nailed it on the race, Dale. A bunch of spin outs today, but they're like excessive.
Race leader Mark Truex Jr. has just wrecked.
You got to be kidding me.
A right side tire went down. Unbelievable.
Right side tire went down, same as Harvick, same as Chase Elliott.
35 laps of green.
That looked like a lot of fun today. Not really. His hit wasn't as bad, but it damaged the car more.
That seems to be a consistent number.
Yeah, I want to know what happened to Denny Hamlin.
Right in that lap count.
I don't really know what I don't even know what else to do. I mean, how do we get to the end of this race? That's the question.
Well,
It's still going to be like 60 laps to go.
Yeah, but I mean, run this whole way, and what do you do as a crew chief? What
and
do
a
you do
new
as a
record
driver?
for cautions at Texas.
This is a very difficult situation for everyone to be in. Then the 11 car on the front straightaway.
How can I be excited about Talladega next week when I'm just worried about everybody not getting hurt?
What happened off of turn 2?
Yeah, Byron turned.
Byron felt like maybe the 11
Byron did spin Denny Hamlin. You go. But he didn't do it to Logano.
Takes that opportunity to possibly retaliate.
I feel like that's a cheap shot. I like Willie B, but that's a cheap shot.
Join the second position. We'll see what NASCAR thinks about that. 3 of Austin Dillon leading.
Denny Hamlin drove back to the front to try to line up and say, that's not how this works, buddy. That ain't how that works. Nope. You did not maintain speed. They're telling Denny he's got to go to the back, not the back, but back to where he merged.
That is a good point.
Pretty confident. I think I know NASCAR's answer about the 24. Marty.
Well, needless to say,
And they're still dicking around under caution here, the 24 and the 11.
their position, Denny Hamlin, even more mad than Chris Gabehart. Listen.
I don't know. I haven't seen a replay on it, but good grief.
Now Denny's hitting the 24 under caution.
You got tight underneath of it, left it on.
Hit the fucking brake on him. Brake check his ass. Jam on the brake right now, Willie B.
All the way down the back straightaway, banging into each other.
Fuck you, Denny.
Denny is not happy.
Denny Hamlin not happy, even though it's something he started. Because he has no fucking sense of car control. Just like when he hit Kyle Larson earlier.
Feels like he was wrong by the 24 when the caution came out, or Byron sent him into the infield.
What's with Denny Hamlin and getting spun by Hendrick cars in playoff races last year and this year?
Keep that position.
No, you got to go back to where you did not maintain speed. Sorry. I don't know how many spots you lost, but
He didn't maintain pace, so they're going to put him back in where he blended back onto the racetrack.
This is how it all kind of started right off of turn 2.
Hamlin put the 24 in the wall.
You can watch the fire out of the pipes. He's off the gas trying to
He's tried to stay out of him, but who gives a shit? Fuck you.
Still, Byron hits the fence, and he feels like that was Denny's responsibility. You can see how frustrated he is right here running shallow into the corner. Laps later, many laps later, he spins him out off of turn 4. This is down the back straightaway under caution just now.
Doing what he did
And I
with Ross.
will be honest. I think Denny was very close to spinning the 24 out right here. Really thought about doing it. Possibly wanted to do it.
49ers get the ball first. Inside their own 10.
One thing about what NASCAR might have done had he spun the 24 under caution here.
I wish he would have spun the 24.
Oh yeah.
In 2 races.
Retaliation.
Because there's a precedent for that. Kyle Busch in that truck race at the same damn track. You better not wreck nobody under caution. NASCAR will not tolerate wrecking under caution. They will not.
But that's only when he admits it, right? Byron can claim ignorance and say
Everybody's pitting. Everybody wants to keep. You got to keep your right side tires on.
And making stops here, Austin Dillon in the
First and 10 at the 10 for the 49ers. I'm keeping an eye on this game as much as I am the race.
fuel number likely gonna have to wait to get that fuel cell full. Kyle Larson up there at the top just needs to be freed up, Marty.
Run into a pile for 2.
From the top 5, 63 to go here. They do have
And it looks like Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain, Joey Logano, Justin Haley, Suarez, Cindric. 2 tires and no tires from 6th to 1st.
So the race off pit road.
I'll keep changing right sides. We haven't had any left side failures, so I'm just going to keep changing rights.
We saw a lot of 2 tires as far as this most recent stop.
2nd and 8 for the 49ers. The return of the Garapa Goat. Deebo Samuel. First down. And more. Broncos need to wear navy every game. It looks better than that shitty orange.
I do like the Navy. They look like a better team.
Yeah.
When they're playing in the Navy.
In the Navy.
Not the Army, the Navy.
Not the Navy. That run stood up. Debo got tackled. Who's going to wreck now? I love that. Oh, yeah, Jimmy G's starting because Trey Lance is out for the year. And as much as I hate it for Trey Lance, the best thing for the 49ers is Jimmy Garoppolo starting. It's just shitty that they had to get to this situation with a Trey Lance injury. But I think we can all agree the 49ers are just better with Garoppolo. He don't elevate the team, but he keeps them afloat better than Trey Lance could. Oh, batted up and almost intercepted. Almost caught on a rebound by Ayuk. He batted the ball and still almost caught it. Hopefully Brandon Perna doesn't end up crying after this game like he did the fucking Seattle game. Ugh. Good God, even the Falcons beat the Seahawks and the Broncos couldn't.
Almost lost to the Texans.
Yeah. Texans lost a close one today. Heartbreaker. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. Batted at the line. Incomplete. And the Broncos defense makes a stand. Wisnowski. Low snap. Kicking's going to be fun tonight. It's mile high.
God.
And a bad bounce. And here come the Denver checkdowns, which is what I called them when Flacco played for him, and Russell's been playing the same fucking way.
Simple as that. I mean, I guess same as everybody else has been having. Man, ready for this year to be over. Strong Bass Pro Shops Camry, really strong car. Went to the back, passed a lot of cars today. Spun out the first run, and it's like, okay, what the heck was that all about? And just good car, couldn't do.
Todd, if I'm going to dump Derek Carr, I'm going to need a better quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo. I just can't abide that.
It's a shame. It's been a crazy day for sure. A lot of blown tires.
With the number of tires blown from guys up front, do you think there's a correlation between the speed and the clean air and what we're seeing?
I mean, I wasn't any faster up front than I had been running. I think,
I knew Truex was managing his shit, and he still blew a tire.
We had one right rear that came off. They said one more lap it was probably going to blow out, and they have no idea why. It wasn't a lap count thing or anything. It was just the one right rear was just destroyed. And like I said, our tires.
We haven't reached 2008 Brickyard 400 levels of bad, but it's getting there.
Either you draw the unlucky straw or you don't.
There you have it. Again, Mark Truex Jr. leading the race.
There's Wendy Venturini once again. Didn't even need to see her face. Would have recognized her by her chest.
I think the answer is there's a lot of opinions on why.
Bring back Speed Channel.
Knows absolutely ink on paper factually what is doing it. So what can cause it? Well, you can have settings in your race car that makes your car damage tires easier than someone else. you can have every tire. I don't think the durability of every tire is exactly the same. I think that would be pretty naive to think they're all exactly the same. We've heard Rodney Childers tell Marty Snyder that he thought, speed.
You're so done with the car, you're desperate for anyone.
You're asking more of your tires.
I know.
Are added up. Now the question is, what do you do to manage? Well, who are you? If I'm Stenhouse or the 38,
I'm a Derek Carr defender a little bit.
Even a playoff guy, though, he might think he has to go win this race. Risk is probably worth the reward. You probably need to push your car. You ask yourself, someone else in the field, though, slow down, as silly as that sounds, in a race, may be the best option. Either way, we have to run 60 more laps here.
Okay, so somebody's going to blow a tire in about 30, 35, 40 laps tops. You just hope it ain't you. And then you'll pit again, and then you should be fine to the end.
He only knows what he's feeling, and he's being told, and he felt like he had one earlier that was an issue, and now he lost one while leading.
Well, if we're worried about the laps on the tires, the top three have 10 green flag laps on their tires. Ross Chastain back there, also with 10.
We had some no-tire stops and a lot of two-tire stops. Russell throws a check down. What a surprise. All these weapons, and the Broncos won't push the ball down the field.
Upset about it. Down the back straightaway. William trying to show his little displeasure, and then don't have a great shot of it, but this is when 24 gets into the back of the caution.
I like how there's no camera angle of it.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I like how I call it. I was like, did Byron spin Hamlin? Broncos on a 3rd and 8 already.
Until the 24 admits it, NASCAR's not going to react to that because he could say he was looking at his gauges or whatever, and then under yellow.
Or Hamlin slowed down for the caution quicker than he did.
And we go down into turn 3, and then he takes a couple chops at the back bumper of this 24 car.
I'm Byron. I'd hit the brake on him. 3rd and 8 Broncos. Russell throws a check down, and it's Jerry Jeudy tackled for no gain. And the Broncos go 3 and out.
58 laps remain.
Not going to be a pretty game tonight. Weren't a lot of pretty ones today. Yeah, these tires suck. But we can't blame Goodyear because NASCAR built kind of a little bit of a shitty car. Let's make the tires bigger. By the way, Stenhouse, Gilliland, and Briscoe stayed out. Who knows who's going to survive and win this race? Who knows? It's going to be a little bit of a lottery. Who's going to blow the next tire? Stenhouse and Gilliland still side by side.
Of the racetrack, trying to get by the 14 of Briscoe for that 3rd spot.
Todd Gilliland doing a nice job battling on the outside. Led that lap.
Stenhouse, though, into turn 1.
Stenhouse Jr. fighting back on the inside. He's going to take the lead. Reddick's going to take 3rd away from Briscoe, but now Briscoe
Depression.
back on the outside.
Well, come on, DC. You knew what was going to happen this year.
Todd's still trying to catch the back of this 47 car for the lead. It's not done yet.
I keep waiting to hear Dale Jr. Oh, we got Grant.
Shortly. Reddick down to the inside of the racetrack. Tries to get alongside of the 38. Can't quite do it.
Into 3 they go. And the gap is closing now.
Everybody should be able to make it from here except the cars that stayed out. And the cars that stayed out ain't far off, but they can't make it.
The 8 of Reddick. He's only a car
Thought my NBC app froze because it was showing the same fucking thing over and over.
Gilliland's gonna follow 47.
Hope Reddick wins again for RCR.
Slide up the track out of the throttle. The 8's gonna take that position away rather easily.
Reddick's doing a good job driving Kyle Busch's car.
To the inside of 14 of Briscoe down into turn 3.
No excuses for Kyle Busch next year. You see what Reddick can do.
Reddick on the high side is gonna have a pretty good run on the leader down the front straightaway. Looking to the inside again. This will be a battle for the lead down into turn 1.
Stenhouse gave him the bottom.
Good up there, though. We saw him leading the race.
Got a little tight there in that outer line.
Earlier in the day, he ran that
But Reddick can't clear him. No run off the corner, really.
Reddick stayed very low off turn 2.
Ooh, they fucking crowd each other going into 3.
And Reddick's going to take the spot.
And he just kind of shook that 47 driver there. Getting real close to his door. intimidated. Stenhouse out of the gas, and that gives a spot up to the 8.
Fucking NBC app is fucking freezing constantly.
But I think that surprised Stenhouse a little bit how close they got. Here comes Logano. 4th place, trying to take 3rd away from Gilliland.
Steve Fuel, you think they can get to the end?
Yeah, we need Logano to blow one now. We got rid of Bush. We got rid of Harvick. Byron took care of Denny Hamlin for us. First down, 49ers. 49ers go empty on their first play here. Up top, Brandon Ayuk, gain of 20.
Just the right sides now. Remember, they did a 2-tire stop. Marty.
Back to old Dennis.
Denny Hamlin and Chris Gabehart chatting about what happened with William Byron. Until the choose, Gabehart was saying we should get our position back. Here's part of their conversation on the radio.
Why should you get your position back? Big run, 49ers. Down to the Denver 17.
I'll give him the penalty if he comes back to me. Hamlin is still incensed behind the wheel.
Denny Hamlin says he's going to wreck William Byron. Park him. He declared his intent. For all we know, William Byron was a total accident. Wink, wink. I didn't hear William Byron state anything of intent. Yeah, there's no video evidence that William Byron intentionally wrecked Denny Hamlin. I'm just saying. Niners go empty again. Kittle, gain of 9.
And also, Junior, as the track comes down, that traction calm down doesn't seem to be as effective on a cold racetrack.
These cars don't like cold racetracks. We learned that at Martinsville. See Logano cut the nose off of the 38 there? He was clear, but not by much. I think you're right about Ron Rivera. Good coach, but the game's passed him by, so yeah. He'll probably be gone at the end of the year. Washington will rebuild again. They'll fucking hire Lincoln Riley or some stupid shit like that. Yeah, based on recent history, Washington needs to look at their own staff and promote from within because they had McVay and Shanahan and LaFleur.
Got a long way to go here, okay? Just try to calm down. It'll be fine.
First and goal, 49ers. Screen to Debo. Down to the 3.
Right now, William Byron running in the 11th spot. Blaney in 10.
I like William Byron not taking any shit, but when is he going to get at Logano for Darlington?
1 second lead now over Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Reddick done drove off on Reddick's next. Reddick's next. Reddick's the next victim. What, we got like 20 more laps at most before the fucking right rear tire blows?
We heard Rudy Fugle felt like his car was comfortably set up. Reddick obviously is comfortable with it. He continues to pull away from the nose of Ricky Stenhouse, stretching it over 1 second.
Touchdown, Brandon Ayuk.
He had a tire failure, and he made the comment, if we go fast,
from Garoppolo.
he made that comment about the entire year.
Why did they ever think benching Garoppolo for Trey Lance was a good idea?
I don't think I'm going to be going this fast. Just back this pace off. You only got to lead by a car.
Garoppolo just last week and this week's making it look really stupid.
Pushing it down the backstretch. 1.2 seconds. The separation between 1 and 2. We're starting to see
45 to go. We're just waiting for a tire to blow. That's all I'm doing. This race ain't over. 7-0, 49ers.
Logano to the bottom of the racetrack. He tries to.
Didn't think I'd have to have NBC on a PlayStation or an Xbox today, but Mother Nature had other plans.
Ricky's going to be hard to pass. Watching this whole race long, he's fought every
Washington's hell, just the fact that Mike Shanahan was your head coach and the team suffered because Daniel Snyder was such a shitty owner. I don't blame Mike Shanahan for the bad RG3 era.
This run right here.
You know,
Push.
Shanahan drafted Kirk Cousins, okay? Best quarterback in Washington team history, period.
Pass there.
I'll die on that hill
Seeing a little bit of
that Kirk Cousins the best quarterback Washington ever had, and they disrespected him, just like the 49ers disrespect Garoppolo. I'd take Cousins over Garoppolo, don't get me wrong, but same situation.
front of that 47.
Yeah, Reddick's going to blow a tire and Logano's going to win. That's what's about to happen here. 42 to go, but maybe 10 or 15 until somebody blows a tire.
Chastain and Eric Jones, part of the top 10. Field stretching out a bit now, as it's 5 seconds from race leader Tyler Reddick all the way back to Eric Jones.
Waiting for the next shoe to drop. Keeping score, Byron's 11th, Hamlin's 17th. There's about 2 seconds between them on the track and a handful of cars. I can't wait to see Hamlin post-race pitching a fit.
As far as it turned 3 and 4, where I see the 8 car actually run the bottom down there, I feel a lot better about that than him running. Oh, now he's in the middle. That makes me
Be careful in that middle.
With this kind of a lead, I think you really want my driver to kind of stay in the traditional
40 to go.
The cleaner line, the line is
Who's
gonna
the next
probably blow the
victim?
tire a little bit less. I think most
Who's going to get the next bit of brain
drivers
damage,
got a
courtesy of the
little
NASCAR next-gen car?
as has been the case for most of the field all day long. But if that bottom's producing some lap
I'm
time,
just looking behind
maybe
Reddick
a
and
better,
Logano.
safer
Like,
spot
if
to
they
be
still
running.
do shit.
Yeah, Stenhouse and Gilliland and Briscoe. Briscoe having a good run now.
Haley.
Yeah.
Rick, this goes to prove that even if you've been eliminated from the playoffs like Tyler Reddick, who was eliminated by...
Remember, Reddick won the Xfinity race here this year in the spring, the first one.
I just asked Randall Burnett the question.
Finished second to Austin Dillon in that shit show in 2020.
He said, I would love to, but Logano is behind me, and I think he's pretty quick. So right now, Tyler Reddick has full reign to go as quick as he wants.
If anybody blows a tire here, it'll be Reddick.
22 to Logano, who was the fastest car on the racetrack that last lap there. He has no...
Logano's only picked up 2/10. He was like 1.2 back, now he's like just a second back. Logano says he's got a vibration in the right rear. That's what Chase Elliott felt about 5 laps before his shit exploded. That ain't going to go to them. These tires will not go. We got 38 to go. So they're talking about, did the 49ers get away with offensive pass interference? Kinda. But it's tick-tacky. You could have called that, though. I've seen that called before. And the Falcons used to run that play all the time with Julio. When they had Julio and Harry Douglas, they run that play all the time. And Sanu. Sanu, Julio, Harry Douglas. The Broncos have 3 yards of offense. Actually, they have about 2, I think. Hey, a little run for Denver.
About 26 green flag laps on the right side tires of the first 2 cars. Each stopped at 271. Clock is ticking.
Well, Junior, obviously they're not telling him to
I
slow
want to
down.
put
He just
$20
turned
on Logano blowing a tire before this race.
The last lap.
Michael, are there prop bets on who's going to blow a tire next?
They're not worried about, or I should say they're not worried, but they're not doing
And can the
anything
Broncos get a
to
first
take
down
away
tonight?
the load on the right rear tire.
It's how bad you want it.
Russell throws that up. Ah, it's interference. I felt like, but they don't call it. There's a lot of tugging there on Sutton.
See, just moments ago, the one of Ross Chastain, the 43 of Eric Jones, a close call there.
Oh, yeah, that was close.
Corner entry and went up the racetrack.
We almost had a yellow there. Oh, we got a wreck. Cindric.
Goes around, coming off a 2.
And there's the yellow. Now everybody can pit and get their tires. Money stop, Tom. Pit and get your tires now. Stenhouse got a piece of that, too. Third down Broncos. It's blown dead.
Right front tires down as well.
It was a heck of a slide with no contact with that inside wall.
He's running in 5th. Damage on the 47.
2 tires.
Oh, big damage. Yeah.
2 tires.
Kim.
Just change rots. You just need to change right sides to be safe. Oh, yeah, Ross has been aggressive all day and said, I don't need tires, I need track position. But I don't know.
Take a look at what happened.
turn 2, just gets loose.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
he didn't blow a tire. He just got loose because the tire was up on the 47.
Two-man spun right there.
And it's incomplete because Russell threw it low and inaccurate. And the Broncos go 3 and out again after catching a penalty on the Niners. Cindric spun trying to avoid Stenhouse. Ah!
Look at this. What
so he just spins.
Wow.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. That's a pretty sharp driving right there. Good wreck avoidance for this 2-car.
He lost the tires, but he didn't get damage.
The 2-car right there. So Austin Cindric spinning. We saw it started with the 47 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
I knew the
Sliding
Broncos
coming out of turn 2.
were going to struggle when I kept seeing the 9
Okay,
or 6
Steve,
score
now
last
you got a
week.
break.
Yeah.
33 to go in this race.
Thought the Broncos would have an explosive offense or
What
something.
do you tell, for example, Tyler Reddick out front?
They ain't got to pit here and change rots. I'm not changing 4, though.
Playoff guy. I'm probably going to put my last set of tires on here so I feel good about the last 33 laps. But
If you're further back, if you're outside the top 10, take 4 just to be safe. But if you're in the top 10, you got to at least pit and take 2.
So it didn't seem that at least their concern wasn't high enough to give up the lead or to pull him back to a point
2 tires.
wise where he would lose the lead. I think that's the toughest thing possible to do. It's no different than saving gas, right? You save your gas to second, and then you make it and wonder if you had enough fuel to win the race, right? So if Reddick slows down enough that he falls to second, but then finishes,
Linda Meme Tate. You see that on Stenhouse's door? Her middle name's Meme? No.
It'll be interesting to see what they do here. Those guys
I think the last time the Broncos played the Niners on a Sunday night game, Peyton Manning broke some kind of touchdown record, I remember. Last time they played on a Sunday night game.
pretty limited down there, so I'm not sure.
Ayuk wide open.
If they do, then perhaps they're qualifying.
Big gain. Pitt, 2 tires. Wow, you going to stay out? If you're that far back, you might as well. Be safe. Be fucking safe. Denny wants to line up behind William Byron. That's why he stayed out. I'm surprised everybody stayed out here. Just for the sake of tires.
Joey's going to retire.
Reddick's still going to blow one.
I think Ross Chastain and Phil Surge just felt like the handling.
Yeah, everybody who pitted now just take 4.
I am so loose, barely hanging on to it, so they decide to come down pit road. 4 sticker Goodyear tires, Steve. This will be their last set of sticker tires.
Got a flag on this run play.
I've tried it a lot in my day, and hope is never. I mean, there's been a lot of days that's the only strategy I had left, but it was. I never liked leaning on it. How about Kevin Harvick? Yeah. Really, I mean, he's back.
How is he still running? How's Harvick still running?
He's running in the 21st position right now, coming off pit road with fresh tires.
The top 10, pretty much all the way through 12th or 13th, stayed out. So I expect more tire problems. Todd Gillen going to win the race.
Didn't even give him a playbook.
Yeah, they were convinced they were going to trade Garoppolo.
Well, it's fine because every time he plays now, he gets a $250,000 bonus.
A fullback in the slot, and I think the Broncos were, I don't know, I think it might have been a false start. Yeah. Leave it to Shanahan to line a fullback up in the slot. Yeah, false start. How come they do that instead of like say 3rd down? I'd do it cool like this. The Matt Hardy. 3rd down.
The Trey Lance injury hurts the Niners
Crazy.
because
What about
every game that Jimmy G takes 25% of the snaps, he gets a $250,000 bonus. If he wins, he gets a $100,000 bonus.
Wow.
So every game Jimmy G wins now is an extra $350,000.
Could it get crazier than what we've seen tonight?
Last week made $350,000.
Who knows this offense better than Garoppolo, though? So it's a great situation.
I have a couple times in my career, this is going to be the year, it's going to be somewhat calm. And like 9 cars finished, so there's no telling what can happen now.
It's going to be one of them Talladega races where everybody's still running, then 20 to go, the entire field's going to start crashing, and we're going to wind up with like 5 cars left.
I just want to see Joey wreck. That's it. Joey
Reddick, Logano, Briscoe, and Gilliland, followed by Haley McDowell, Byron, Blaney, Hamlin, and Larson.
One row apart. You're going to watch 11 to 24 the rest of this race.
Unless cooler heads prevail with old Dennis there. 3rd and 9 for the 49ers. And sacked Garoppolo. Garoppolo's been prone to injury, too, so they got to be. If they lose Garoppolo, this season over. Let's be real. He's prone to injury, too. And the 49ers have been injury magnets for the last, 8 years. In between going to the championship or Super Bowl, they've been injury magnets.
We have seen a lot of tires and a lot of craziness in 15 millions. But to your point, Jeff, we have 27 cars running on the lead laps. Stenhouse has a little bit of damage in 27. Cindric 1 lap down. Bowman has worked his way all the way back to 5 laps down after being one of the earlier accidents. And up to 29th. I mean, saving points. Parker.
And Steve, just to add to all
Damn.
this, to 22,
Woo.
Joe Logano
Oh,
was
too
cautioned
good. A
that the
touchback.
vibration in the right rear is
That was a
bad.
near perfect
The last
punt and ended up being a
right side
touchback.
stickers. We'll see if
That breaks
right
my
rear
heart.
can make it another 30 laps.
Oh, so that's the last set of rights that Joey's got on the card.
Oh, that's why they didn't pit. Makes sense.
Now it really seems.
Hope you got some scuffs laying down there because somebody's going to need them. Damn, Reddick already cleared Logano before they ever got to turn 1. Logano complained of a vibration on the last run. Oh, Briscoe, hang on. Opens the door for Justin Haley. Yeah. Caution, it's Eric Almirola. I love that paint scheme.
The 16th caution of the night.
Seen that one.
Save some laps on these tires. And Reddick's still the leader.
You're up. Balance is level.
Wish we'd had a little more time for Briscoe to get the spot. But
Yeah. Logano was struggling there.
So Almirola spins, bringing caution out, meaning another restart.
Like this started back in the middle of the pack.
No shit.
So the 43 to 23, this already happened.
Ross
There was
intimidated.
something
Oh,
happened
that's
way before this. A lot
Ross
of
hit the
contact,
circle
wheels
button.
spinning because of that. So this was much after the fact. They got the 10 spun out here. There was some issues with the 43 and the 23.
I'd like to know how IHOP
Really going on. A lot of 2, 3, 4 wide.
I know there ain't no IHOPs left.
One.
Next time we go to Darlington, we eat at the IHOP in front of the mall. I like to go to the mall and spend more time in there. Waste some more money in
You
there.
heard that little bit. After that, Eric added, he groaned and he said, guys, it's just so loose in these restarts, there's nothing I could do.
The only good thing about these yellows is keeping laps off the tires.
So Almirola, after changing tires, is coming back out on the racetrack. You see the damage to the 47, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
And to what Jeff was
Bad news is it's stretching out this damn race.
Stenhouse coming to pit road. We'll wait for the official word from NASCAR, but I believe he is going to be the free pass.
What's the closest IHOP to here? Is there still one in like Shelby or Gastonia?
28 cars.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. I don't ever look at that.
I haven't eaten at IHOP in 5 years. The morning after I saw Metallica in Atlanta was the last time I ate at IHOP, and I saw a guy had a Falcons Super Bowl champions hat on. He got one of them the night that those stores were putting them out in Atlanta when Atlanta was up big. He had one, and I started laughing. I just couldn't help it. Yeah. I was like, man, I want that hat so bad. So I can say, time traveler moves a chair, the timeline. Falcons Super Bowl champions.
This is their last set of sticker tires, so they really don't have a choice but to put these tires back on. So the nose did pop out, Steve, and Phil Surgeon saying right now the nose did not separate. So good news for Ross Chastain who caught a little bit of that last wreck.
Well, they work on the 1. Let's take another look at what happened with the 10 of Eric Almirola.
Look at that mess back there at the top of the screen.
NBC it.
That's how he
They were about to go 5 wide.
momentarily. And he catches.
Almirola tried to go off the track and make it 5 wide.
And then you see the damage on the left front of the one in front of the
Denver trying to establish a run here, not very successfully.
Makes you wonder if he wasn't on the apron because he was backing into the corner. He got loose getting into the corner and had to chase it and got the left front on the apron.
Playoff driver Ross Chastain making his way back out onto the racetrack.
He'll be calm coming from the back with 27 to go.
Calm. Calm. I believe this might be right here, the calm before the storm.
Denver still does not have a first down. They're on 3rd and 5 again.
Have we
308 laps of storm today.
weathered the storm?
And it's dropped by Jerry Jeudy. Had a defender draped around him.
Having a great day running in the 3rd position currently, and I talked with the team earlier this
And the Broncos go 3 and out again.
What's the goal for you guys here? And he said, I always like to finish better than our points position. So for the rest of the season, we're hunting for top 15s and top 20s. It looks like they're going to possibly finish in the top 5.
You gonna jinx him, he's gonna blow a damn tire. Talking about Justin Haley's gonna get a top 5. Not yet.
Most competitive he's been all day.
Ain't you been watching this race?
Well, a great year, really. Yeah. I mean, you know, Justin Haley's not considered a rookie. He has more starts than what you would think because he has driven.
Tired, boss. Didn't sleep good last night.
Has won a race, a lightning race down in Daytona. But this being what I would consider his first full-time approach, being in a car, week in and week out, he's done a really nice job. Just quietly having, you know, quiet is a tip of the hat to a young driver. Sure. You can have a quiet year with decent stats. That is a good year, especially at the Cup level. Marty.
Well,
NASCAR's like, can we stretch these cautions out and hope that these tires make it?
How good you guys are. So, a while since you pitted, how concerned are you about the tires on the 8 car right now?
Well, I think anybody out there with tires.
Kyle Busch's future crew chief, they already said. RCR's moving that team for Kyle.
The pace is picked up. More load goes through the tires, so we'll see what happens here. We got a heck of a wheelman in there, and Derek's doing really good up top. So I like our chances. I think we're pretty good. The 22 will obviously be really tough, but we'll see if we can hold them off here.
Neil, you're spotted there. So any thought to asking him to move down to maybe save the tires a little bit?
I mean, with Joey right there, they're about equal pace, and he's going to force our hand right there, right? So we're just going to have to do everything we can to stay in front of him and try to win this deal, and hopefully everything works out.
At least it's been better than the All-Star race.
A moment ago, I said, can you make it to the end? He said, on fuel, yes. I mean, clearly meaning he's still a little bit worried about the tires. Fuel-wise, they're good.
Well, Marty, and you're down in that pit. They have another set of tires to put on if they need to, or are they out of tires?
They do. They do have another set of tires here. They have.
So Reddick's got another set.
They have a scuff set. So they have 2 sets, actually, to work with. It's been a while.
If they stay out on these tires, they got a big set, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, Hamlin's lined up behind the 24. He picked the line to get behind Byron. Yeah, we need a split screen of the lead and what's going on with the 24 and the 11. Hamlin's like me in NASCAR Heat 5 waiting on a restart to get back at the guy that fucked me over. I'm like, come on. Byron, you better run like hell, I guess. Good restart for Logano up here. Reddick didn't have nearly as good a jump as last time. Run your line, Tyler. Gilliland's out of this now. Hamlin, don't cause a caution while Logano's ahead of the fucking 8 car. Reddick's going to clear Logano in 4. Just now, can the tires hold up, and can he hang on and not make a mistake? Because we saw early in the race, guys will be in the lead and just lose it and get passed by 4 cars. First down, 49ers. Ooh, McDowell washing up the track. Byron got away from Hamlin unscathed. And the Broncos shut that play down.
Man, these restarts are so tough. You got to take advantage of opportunities. If you put in a bad situation where you got to lift, especially as much throttle.
Big gap up front. Reddick and Logano are gone. Justin Haley's 3rd. Hamlin's making a run back to the 24. Oh, there you go. Noah almost lost it. That's what I'm saying Reddick might do. No matter how far out front Reddick gets, he's not safe. You're on your toes here. Well, there goes Noah's top 10. Or shot at a top 10. Set your feet, Garoppolo. Bam! Deebo Samuel. Garoppolo's dotting him up.
Just win me the game.
3 hours ago, I don't think
Same.
Briscoe thought he had any chance in the world of running top 5. They were struggling big time. Here he is, battling Blaney before.
49ers have too many weapons. And they're much better than Seattle. Yeah, Broncos got weapons. They just don't know how to use them.
Not better than Seattle.
Yeah.
On the bottom of the racetrack right now. They're going 3 wide around McDowell.
Woo! Larson and Byron split McDowell.
Larson on the outside, he's surging back ahead, but William Byron seems to have one of the faster cars on the track right now.
If Byron had the track position, if he started on the front or first or second row, he'd be gone. I think Reddick and Byron are the best cars left. But Byron just hasn't had the track position for quite some time.
McDowell now. They're side by side. The 99 has to lift on the bottom of the racetrack. Then he's going to get around him on the front straightaway.
Comes Eric Jones looking to the inside of Hamlin.
Hamlin washing up the track in front of Suarez.
Suarez was trying to get on the outside of Hamlin, but Hamlin came up the racetrack, took it away from him.
This is the race that never ends.
Eric Jones side drafting the 11.
4 hours, and that doesn't include the red flag time, by the way.
The best tires on the racetrack right now.
And the 49ers are on a 3rd and 3.
Behind him to have the same number of laps on tires, but he's running the highest. And although out there by yourself, new tires may not mean anything in traffic. When you have to lean on it, you got to ask your car to do something.
Denny lost it again. Saved it, though. Denny's way out of the groove. Holy hell. Garoppolo convert this. Wide open. Boom. Oh, Pat Surtain broke it up.
Look at Ross.
Still see this battle right here. Byron trying to get around.
Good news, I don't think Byron has to worry about Hamlin for the rest of the race.
Opportunity to pass one of them, if not both. They're all kind of hung up right here behind Briscoe. Briscoe's sitting in that top groove. Making it difficult for Larson to do.
I keep waiting to look up and see the 8 car in the wall. So cursed you would think Dale Jr. is driving it. And it's 2007 or something.
Blaney closing in on the 31 here for 3rd place. Ran the bottom of 3 and 4 the last time by. It's going to offset just a little bit to the left right here. Try to keep this distance. Lose a little bit right
Broncos
there.
will start at their own 6. That's a good punt. Chiefs Bucs, I can't wait for that one. That's going to be a good one. No matter how it goes, that's a good game. Ooh, the drama and the rematch. On the same field as the Super Bowl. And the same place they played in the regular season that year. Broncos, this will be the last play of the quarter. 15 to go in the race. All is calm for the moment. Man, Logano piled up a lot of playoff points this year, didn't he?
Still in all those stages, too?
Yeah, he got a lot of stage wins. Oh, my God. Russell threw downfield. Sutton's wide open. Gain of 32. There you go. Into the first. 7-0 49ers.
By this 14 team, Kim.
We know what a cheerleader Cliff Daniels is for Kyle Larson. About 30 laps ago, he came
My pick, Blaney's 4th. If we could just get one more yellow, I could pretend to have a chance at some money.
They made a mistake earlier, had to come back down, tighten a right front tire early in the race, and Cliff took all the blame for it, as well as telling him, we'll get you better. Pepping up, telling him, you can finish this race, just keep your eyes forward. Larson now runs in the 6th position.
Byron got really loose off of 4. Look at this shithole. The Dillon brothers and Kevin Harvick. Harvick and his favorite people.
Leading the
Do I ever think NASCAR will get back to 43 cars? I think they have a chance. I do think that there's a chance NASCAR can get back to 43 car fields. Something's going to have to change with the charters, though. Oh, Larson! Save it! Save it! Larson saves it.
Huge save by Kyle Larson in the 5. The lap before, his teammate, the 24 Byron, had a similar issue in turn 3.
Byron's wasn't as dramatic as Larson's. I thought Larson was a goner.
To the 6 car as well. Larson trying to regroup here, trying to salvage what he can, not lose any more positions.
Remember, Larson and Hamlin also had issues in this race. Now they're nose to tail.
Those don't matter.
Take another look at what happened with Kyle Larson here.
He's back in the car, just
in the middle of turn 4 again.
could not lean on the rear of the car, just had to come out of the throttle. Keselowski, the fastest car on the racetrack right now. Him and Eric Jones both running.
My pick is the fastest car on the track.
Eric right now trying to get around the
And it don't even fucking matter without another yellow.
Keselowski up to 6. This will put Eric Jones in 7th.
I'm so close to greatness once again.
It's a great run as we're under 10 laps now from the checkered flag.
I guess if Reddick's tires make it, that'd be anticlimactic after I just fully expected him to blow one.
Position, Ty Dillon is 16th. Harrison Burton recovered to 18th.
I feel... Brad, save it.
Big moment for him down in the
Can
middle.
we get
1 and
like
2.
Joey to do that?
I know.
These guys are full commitment. I mean, they are right on
Get
the
that Justin Haley top 2.
Every lap, somebody is wiggling and chasing it up the track.
It ain't gonna go green. Ain't no way.
I'd be shocked if this ends up going green, but we're getting to that point where it just might.
Haley, top 3.
Wow. Who is that?
Reddick with a 1.3 second lead.
She nice.
Over Gennaro. We heard Randall
Denver had more yards on one play than they've had all night so far.
We've got Logano pushing us.
Push it down the field, Russ.
Slower. Well, right now he's got
Sack.
1.3
He wanted to
seconds
push
lead.
it down the field.
He has 7 laps to go here in Texas.
And Logano has company from that 31 and the 12 of Blaney.
Haley and Blaney are faster than Logano. Logano's lost touch with Reddick.
Hopes coming back here at track he runs so well at. He won stage 2. Looking to have a great day in the points. Backing that up with the top 5 run. But he's
Now Russ is going to go back to checking it down because he got sacked once.
Now 6 to go.
Everyone now is deciding.
Get upfield,
am I
Sutton.
going to another spot, or am I checking up, trying to get back to the guy behind me, right? It's only 6 laps, but is there something you could do to try to make sure your car finishes the last 3 or 3.5 miles of this race? You know that's what it's going to come down to. The last couple laps, the last 3 laps of the race, you start hearing things, feeling things. What could you do now with a little bit farther left?
Well, especially with all the tire issues, Steve, you're on pins and needles. As a driver, you're out there and you've seen everything.
Third down, Broncos.
You know you've pushed these tires further than other people could go. You're terrified that something's going to happen.
Wide open, Jerry Jeudy, first down
Reddick running up
to the 40 on the 49ers side of the field.
but not on an oval, Marty.
Rick, let's talk about the resolve.
If Reddick wins, he'll have our 4th straight eliminated driver victory.
They could have quit several times.
I mean, he made the playoffs, but he's out now.
He was leaving. They could have quit. When
Every
they announced
playoff
Kyle
win
Busch
has
was going to
done
be in the 8 car next year.
And nobody's going to be locked in going to Talladega, so what's that tell you?
Could have quit when they didn't make the playoffs last week, Steve, or advance in the playoffs to the round of 8. Yet here they are, first race in the round of 8. They might win here with 4 to go. Tyler Reddick out front.
3 to
That's
go.
incredible leadership, Steve, to keep all of that together and point it in the right direction.
3 of the longest laps ever. Like, just knowing the tire problems.
This combination of crew chief and driver, a lot of things come to mind, but I've never thought of quit. I mean, when they were winning Xfinity races on the fence. And
Don't worry.
every race they run in Cup,
Ricky's going to win Talladega, and AJ's going to win the Roval.
continue to fight.
2 laps coming up to go in this race, and one of the things
2 to go for Tyler Reddick.
to hear the communication between driver and crew chief, and it's some of the best between these two, between Tyler Reddick and Randall Burnett. They know each other. They know their personalities well enough that they can joke with each other. They can say things, you know, like if For example, Tyler Reddick.
I'm just interested to watch Hamlin and Byron confront each other because you know they're going to at least talk. They might have both calmed down, but they're going to talk.
But right now, it looks like
Hamlin's still going to get a top 10. Byron's going to finish 7th if it stays the way it is. 1 lap to go. 1 lap. That's asking a lot. Broncos on a 3rd and 8.
Until he gets all the way out of trouble.
And Russell goes down. Gain of 1. There's a flag. I think it might be holding on the 49ers. I didn't see the flag in the backfield. Look how slow he is off of 4. Tyler Reddick wins Texas. Logano 2nd. Justin Haley, career best 3rd. Ryan Blaney 4th. Chase Briscoe 5th. 3 playoff guys in the top 5, and one of them's not one you'd expect. Jones, Byron, Keselowski, Larson, and Hamlin round out the top 10. Now a decline. The Broncos are off the field. It was holding on the Broncos.
That was Richard Childress. Coming on the radio. It was
3 wins this year for Reddick.
The announcement that Tyler Reddick made, he's going to 23-11.
In one season, he's almost got as many wins. He's 1 win away from Austin Dillon's career total in 9 years. Good for Reddick. Like to see him win. Good guy. Hey, the Broncos get the long field goal because they're in Mile High. That still wouldn't have been good in Seattle because that was only good from 63. They needed 65 in Seattle. 7-3 49ers. Watch a little post race here before I focus on the game. Yeah, Michael, I was wondering that too. If the 49ers didn't decline the penalty, that would have knocked the Broncos out of field goal range. They would have had 3rd down again, but they'd have been out of field goal range. But they decline it just to get them off the field, and the Broncos get a field goal. Well, the tires were good for a burnout. The 8 car wins at Texas for the first time since 2000. I know who was driving it the last time. I watched. Yep.
It ain't won since he won in it the first time?
Yep.
Wow.
At Texas. Kyle Busch, this is your future. Reddick's going to get stuck with the sloppy seconds or sloppy thirds next year at RCR.
Party, join in on that celebration.
All this group has been through, and yet here they are, still winning races and still a team, as Randall Burnett told me.
Still the only good driver at RCR until Kyle gets there next year.
Who stayed here through this long night of racing, and Tyler Reddick brings it home to victory lane. What an incredible night. I got to know, with all the tire issues, as you kind of say, yeah, you're right, an incredible night. How worried were you on that final run? Because you went so long.
Look how short Tyler Reddick is.
I was extremely worried, I'm not going to lie. Unfortunately, just about every time we've had fast cars, we've had some tire problems. And
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that last run, the right sides were vibrating really, really hard there. So I was just trying to maximize.
Show Hamlin and Byron.
Use the advantage that the gap that I built over Joey, just in case. I mean, every time we've had a strong car, we've been hit by something, man. So really proud to be able to get this one over Chevy victory lane. I mean, we were at Auto Club earlier.
So I was like, he's next.
They deserve to get victory lane. We got him there.
How did this team stay together through all the adversity you faced this year? You leaving, Kyle coming in, and not making it to this round, Tyler.
Well, it was tough. I mean, 2 points. Every spot matters in this deal, and we just had 2 tough races. We brought a really fast car at Darlington, and we were leading at Kansas when we broke and fell out early, and so it's tough. But this will make that the pain of not making it through a little bit easier. Even though it would have locked us in around 8, but hey, we're winning races. That's what we'll keep trying to do.
What a long night. How about these Texas race fans who hung out for all of it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a hot one. Thank you to fans coming out. I really appreciate it. This is a tough race. 500 miles here is not an easy feat. I know it wasn't easy on you guys as well. So it's just so great to be able to win here in a Cup car. Been close a few times, and yeah. Look at Lombardi. Yeah, let's go! There
you go. The guys are out here. What a
Clay Brewer wins Texas.
Yeah, Marty, he's going to be taking the 8 car and the team. They'll be heading to Speedy Cash.
Now, where's Hamlin and Byron? I know they're talking.
Once again, and one driver probably not happy at the way this one ended. William Byron finishes in 7th. He's with Parker.
We got a Byron interview.
That incident with Denny Hamlin there. So let's start with the first one, and then we'll get to the second one. What happened off of turn 2 there between you and Denny? Do you feel like that was something in his control to not have happen?
Yeah, I mean, he ran me out of room and then the toe link, and it's
Wide open, Garoppolo. Come on, Debo. Garoppolo ain't missing tonight.
Really hard contact.
He's not missing.
It wasn't like, just a light contact or anything like that. So, yeah, I didn't mean to, obviously spin him out over there, but I'm obviously, pissed off and just not going to get run like that. We've always run so well, or raced so well together, so I don't know what it was all about. I mean, the 19 took his air away, and he ran out of racetrack, so he chose to run me out of racetrack completely. And again, look, it's not like it was just light contact.
Michael, you're right. He does kind of have a Jack Nicholson thing going on there. In The Shining, William Byron, look at his face.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, yeah. I went to go show my displeasure. I didn't mean to, hit him. And
I can buy that he didn't mean to wreck him.
Kind of guys that do this and go do something like that. I see it all the time. So, but yeah, I'm just not going to get run like that. And yeah, there's really no reason. I mean, we're running 2nd and 3rd, I think, and had a shot to win and killed our car for sure. So that was a bummer.
Will you talk to him about it?
Yeah, I guess so. We'll probably talk. I mean, look, we've never had issues, so I didn't really get it, but I'm not.
Here's NBC, never know him when the interview's over.
I have issues with this guy. I'm not gonna be mad about it. So it was it was uncalled for, and feel like we handled it.
Kim, he's not gonna lay over.
Let's hear the other side of the story. Denny Hamlin. Williams said he wanted to show his displeasure, but didn't mean to spin you out. You wanted to see a penalty for that contact under caution. Were you surprised it didn't come out by NASCAR?
Well, I think the crew chief was wanting something because you can't. I mean, I guess we can just wreck each other under caution. I tried to wreck him back, but yeah, it's just.
Damn, Kittle.
I don't think we touched. I got to look, but I don't think we touched. But obviously, he sent us through the infield under caution.
He said he likely needs to talk to you, but you guys haven't had any prior incidents. What's that conversation going to be like?
I mean, I keep hearing these guys, but I'll just add it to the list of guys when I get a chance, they're gonna get it.
Gonna get it later in the playoffs, or is this something that carries over to next year?
It just works itself out. We'll be racing each other at some point, and he'll lose a lot of spots because he's racing me. So it's just this is
Garoppolo throwing with reckless abandon, overthrown. Well covered. Garoppolo's letting it fly. Garoppolo's angling for a job somewhere next year, so he's not even being shy about it.
Obviously, it cost us all of our track position. I thought we were in a great position to win until we got sent back to 20-something there. So.
Well, that's that. I guess I'm watching football now.
Some contact there.
Oh, here you go.
This is on board the 24 with the cautions out. Pretty hard. I mean, I know he said he didn't make you spin him out, but he didn't give him much chance to.
I like how they didn't show that view earlier.
Gosh, I don't want to see him if he needs a spinning. And then Denny tried.
Hey, the Broncos made a stop.
I mean,
Go for it.
if I felt great in the ball,
I'm gonna punt pin him deep.
what NASCAR could have or would have done.
I'll punt the ball this early in the game.
Got a chance for a championship here, and don't want NASCAR to have to step in there and make a call.
Flat right rear.
Debo Samuel's hurt. That's not what you want to see.
16, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't want to get to victory.
Tyler Reddick won Texas, and we're on to Denver.
Let's get you those tires. Okay. Right now, during.
And poor Debo's hurt, and it don't look good. That makes me sad. Now I think I can turn off the second TV for the day. I think we're good now.
And then we'll go home and watch this game.
All right. I'll see you next time.
Be up late in case it turns into a blowout, which I don't think it will. I think this game will be
Pretty competitive.
not as bad I keep wanting to say the Packers-Bucs game was bad. I guess it's kind of what you expect with
The
no
Bucs
receivers.
game, it was just like Packers trying to run the clock
There-
out. Oh
there
shit,
was no
they didn't.
receivers in the game.
Yeah.
So I could see that being Packers gave up hope.
But that poor Tom
Packers
Brady.
gave hope that they were about to just dog the fuck out of
But that poor Tom Brady, Dylan, it just wasn't fair the way he threw the
Packers
ball
showed up today.
to the
Bucs
linebacker
didn't
on that
show up
2-point.
till 40 seconds in the fucking end of the fourth quarter. That's when the Bucs wanted to play. Bucs wanted to play overtime. That's what they wanted.
Like I said, the Packers lock everybody down for 57 minutes, and then in the last 3 minutes they forget how to literally cover anyone or anything. They couldn't get lined up. They couldn't cover. They couldn't get pressure. Disappointing. But they won. I don't know why I'm still disappointed. They won.
I'll see you later.
See ya. As for the rest of you, we're still here till this game gets out of hand or till the bitter end. Whatever comes first. Whatever comes first. I'm so happy for Tyler Reddick. I'm a big Reddick fan. And even though he's winning for RCR and RCR benefits from it, I just think it's funny that he's still winning. In the fucking grandkid camp without him holding his hand.
Here's a half dozen Broncos hitting him.
Ooh, Debo got hit in the back of the head
And then one of his own guys getting in
by Bradley Chubb. I hope he's okay. That'd be a big loss. Garoppolo's letting it fly all over the field to everybody, but losing Debo is devastating. And the Niners are going to punt here.
Mitch Wishnowsky will try to pin the Broncos back in deep again, as he did in the last possession.
I think that punt's got a little too much on it. Yeah, a little too much. You sure that wasn't a touchback? I gotta say they pinned him at the 1. I thought that punt had a little too much on it.
So think about the play in basketball where you can jump out of bounds and push it back across the line. That's exactly what we're talking about. Did his feet
That's a
leave?
touchback. It hit the goal line.
Hit that
It hit the goal line.
Did his feet leave before and it didn't touch down? Everything looks good.
I think the
as
ball
far
hit
as
the
that.
goal line to begin with.
You see the long snapper in there.
Did the ball hit the line?
The ball hit the goal line just by the end of the ball.
Tabor Pepper, the long snapper, kind of tipped it back so Ross Dwelly could get that. Let's look here.
That is right. Ooh. Come on, Terry. That's why you get the big bucks, man.
Touchback.
I don't see it clear and obvious that it
Oh, it's not clear and obvious. So the Broncos are pinned at the 1. Yeah, Todd, we'll be here. All day stream. God fucking bless anybody who actually sat here and listened to this boring shit. I don't know what I have to offer. I'm just kind of watching shit. And there's a lot of silence of me just watching stuff, but you know. A lot of you been here most of the day.
Samuel Womack, the rookie, went in there to go do that.
We stopped for 15 minutes because I was like, yeah, it'll be another 45 minutes to an hour before the race starts back. And then like 15 minutes later, it's like they're firing up. And I was like, oh, man, I shouldn't have even stopped the stream. Let me run to the bathroom while they're reviewing this. I don't know if it'll get overturned. I say touchbacks. I think the nose hit the goal line. So I really don't know what to make of the race today. I really just don't know what to make of it. Don't know if it was good or bad, honestly. Feel like we didn't get a real winner. We just kind of got the sole survivor, and it was Tyler Reddick, but good for him. Like I said, he deserves it.
Thinks this is going to stand.
Gonna stand, they think.
Secondly, the right foot of Samuel Womack didn't hit the line. Third, Tabor Pepper, the long snapper, he touched it. He doesn't touch the line. And then Ross Dwelly's foot doesn't come down on the line. There's the ball when it initially hit.
The perfect punt.
Just because the tip of that ball isn't
Literally the perfect punt.
that means it's still available to be brought back by the kicking team.
Absolutely, Mike. It has to touch the ground beyond the goal line, on the line, for it to be a touchback. And there's nothing clear and obvious to change this one anywhere that I've seen.
But if it were a touchdown, the ball crossing the plane of the line would be enough, but not here.
Rolling on the field, stands as call. It's first down at the half-yard line.
Broncos will be charged a timeout and lose the challenge.
They have all those kind of rules. Yeah, exactly. Come on, man. Let's have it one way or the other here. But that's the reason, that's how they get these TV jobs. Because there's complications.
For a touchdown, it's in player.
Remember when Mike Carey was the rules analyst for CBS for a year and he got like every call wrong?
Have you ever been to the...
Shows you what a crappy ref he was, because he was a crappy ref.
These guys are saviors for us, right?
They argue over stuff like that all the time.
Broncos got to go 99 yards.
It's a well-coached, terrifically planned out special teams unit on coverage. They did that ideally. They all knew what they were doing.
I really thought they got to go 99 and a half.
99 yards to go.
And good run. Javonte Williams. I like this Javonte Williams. Broke 2 tackles there to get 7 yards.
The second-round pick out of North Carolina, the veteran Melvin Gordon. And, Chris, their numbers were almost exactly the same last year.
Yeah, Javonte Williams is really special. Melvin Gordon as well. But I think Javonte is sort of the fan favorite around here, and justifiably so. Over 1,200 yards from scrimmage.
Williams is so much better than Melvin Gordon. It's not even funny. I don't think Melvin Gordon should see the field, personally. I think he should be cut. They can do better.
Second and 3 for Wilson.
Sutton, first down.
Sutton, the first down for the Broncos at the 13-yard line. Emmanuel Mosley knocked him out. But the chains move.
Good first couple of plays for the Broncos to get the hell off the one.
You got the DB playing off 6 or 7 yards. And Russell Wilson said, thank you very much, and just take it, right? And that is sort of the essence of this thing. And then as you draw the defense up towards you, then you have some opportunities down the field.
Williams again.
Running to the left to the 17-yard line. And we're watching veteran players retrain the brain, get out of the things they've done for a decade, and learn the new tricks.
We saw that Montrell Washington, number 12, had an impact in the kicking game. Now they're going to use him to draw attention, fake the jet sweep, and open up a hole in there for Javonte Williams to run. This Montrell Washington, he's still learning the offense, but he is really electric when he's on the field.
5th-round pick out of Samford. Played a dozen snaps against Houston last week.
Toss to Williams. With 3rd and 3.
3 shy of the first down, 3rd down coming up. Sean Gibson, veteran, playing in the back end of the safety. Up to make the stop.
You don't know. There's Debo over there. Hope he's okay. We talked about Hufanga and what a great job he's been doing. But Tayshaun Gibson on the back end is that veteran who I think is sort of helping Hufanga just go play crazy, right? Just go out there, let's attack.
I just now noticed, and we're 3 weeks into the year, the 49ers changed the logo on the chest of their uniform.
Just keep me honest. I got you. By the way, we hear Debo's okay. He's going to come back in, I believe, next series or 2.
And why are their 49ers wearing white socks and some wearing red? Russell makes a great play. Thought it was going to be a dumb play, just enough for a first.
The mark him out at the 35, and from the 1-yard line,
So the Broncos are moving the ball. They've moved it 22 whole yards, but they're moving, getting first downs.
Watch him step up and through, but not try and run. Keep his eyes down the field and find his clutch receiver on the outside. It was Cortland Sutton a week ago that really opened up this offense. Another big play.
Oh, Williams, big run to the 41. Keep feeding that man. Starting to think he's the key to the Broncos offense, not all these weapons and Russell's mobility.
And if you can do that, see how they locked up Fred Warner there, their middle linebacker? Not only did they get the double team, but they got the push up.
Look at my Terrell Davis. I'm just kidding. He don't look that good yet, but dude's got potential. Another nice run, 8 yards. Almost 9. I'm really surprised the 49ers are getting gashed in the run like that.
All right, Mike, they have their attention now. Now they're dropping a safety down in here as well. So what you're getting is man-to-man coverage on the outside. So now Russell Wilson may look out there and go, okay, now if I want to try something with Judy, with Sutton to take a shot down the field, a better opportunity because they're having to bring a safety down to help in the run game.
Play action. Russell shovels it forward. Melvin Gordon's got it. Big play. It's most yards we'll see from Melvin Gordon all night. Russell was not across the line of scrimmage when he flipped that ball out. Oh, yeah, we get Rams-Niners next week, too.
He does a jet pass from basketball out to Gordon, who just takes off.
That was some good Russell improvisation.
Russell Wilson to be a complementary part of this offense.
A little bit of the ad-lib, which is a little bit of what made Russell Wilson a 9-time Pro Bowler in his 10 years at Seattle. And you see there was a part of the body straddling midfield, which was the line of scrimmage, so that it's not an illegal forward pass. It is a gain of 22.
Got a fucking moth in my room, so I have my window open and the fucker won't stop buzzing. Get out of here. Yep, KC, Tampa Bay, Rams, 49. We got 2 really good primetime games next week.
There's a sequence, and you really don't get an idea of what anybody is like as a play caller until you can see them put a drive like this together.
This drive started at the 1. It's now at the San Francisco 28.
Get man coverage on the outside if they like it.
Blitz. Oh! Gordon swallowed up on that blitz. Yeah, the Niners ain't getting hit by that run again. It was Gordon this time instead of Williams, though.
Well, it's only about the 50th time I've seen it so far. You would think somebody would account for him in one of these games, but they don't. But he really times it out, and it does remind you of Polamalu. You know, I mean,
Yeah, that was a very Polamalu-esque play. Not just because of the hair.
over the pile and make plays on 4th and 1. He has a little bit of that magic as well.
Loss of 6.
Good confident throw, but dropped by Sutton. Well, I know he did hesitate, but when he rifled that ball, he threw it with all the conviction in his body, as hard as he could. And then Sutton dropped it. That's a letdown.
His body would have protected him there.
Sutton was a stud in the 4th quarter against
3rd and 16.
The Broncos had a rally at home last week in field goal range here.
Russell needs to improv on this play.
To the 18 for a first down.
Can't take the sack here.
Yeah, no negative plays. And he gets sacked. And they aggressively brought him down because you know Russell can slip away. They were not going to let that happen. So the 49ers get gashed by the run game, and then a couple of plays in a row live in the backfield and just shut that drive down. Michael, you got to love seeing that.
Say about this guy, Greg Mike Jackson down here at the bottom of the screen. They said he is going to end up being a special one. Here he comes. You could see the blitz look. And for Russell Wilson, I think that it was 3rd and long. He had to recognize that and just get rid of the football so they could put 3 points.
Not even a field goal out of that.
Field goal attempt from here would have been 59 yards. They choose to punt it with Waitman.
And they pin the 49ers at the 2. What a game of punts this is. Broncos start at the 1. Now the Niners start at the 2.
2:27 left.
The punting is phenomenal in this game, and there's lots of it too. So if that's your thing, if you've got a punting kink, you freaks. I love good punts. I don't like to see a lot of punts, but I can appreciate a damn good one. The Bills at the Ravens, and they're both coming off of crazy games. Each of them has lost a game in the last 2 weeks that they definitely feel like they should have won. The Ravens last week, the Bills today. That's how much it costs to be an NFL owner, $4.6 billion. Oof.
Friday, they are so excited to be a part of this amazing, loyal fan base.
They are, and I think that the Denver Broncos fans are happy to have resolution, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, just kind of, let's get that, let's move on. They've got a great owner that has plenty to invest.
Only 7-3. Can't believe the Falcons won today. Anybody else shocked? Because I'm shocked. But don't you think it's funny? I was way more excited about the Colts winning than the Falcons because I feel like the Colts overachieved and the Falcons just did the bare minimum and beat the one team that's worse than them. Like, what can I say about the Falcons win today? They tried to give it away. Oh, so hard. Mariota, with the game on the line, just can't hang on to the fucking ball. Can't make the play. He's so fucking small, Tom, it's not even funny. And he'll have these hot streaks in the middle of the game where you're like, oh, Mariota ain't that bad. And then he just shits his pants when it's crunch time. Like he did against the Saints, like he did against the Rams, like he did today. But the defense bailed him out because Geno Smith sucks. I'm going to pick Detroit to win next week. Confidently pick Detroit. I knew when they got up on the Vikings today they weren't going to finish them off. I was like, yep, the Lions are not clutch. They're not there yet. But that's the NFL. Oh, God, a crappy TV version of Ann Ross's interview with a vampire. That's a real commercial.
Stay undefeated.
Ironic that the Dolphins are still undefeated.
All right, back to you, Mike.
Yeah, Brady had Rodgers this week, Mahomes next week. We'll see all for all the highlights at halftime. So
next Sunday night's going to be wild. There's a lot of drama with the Chiefs and the Bucs. It's juicy. Much more juicier than this generic-ass matchup. Competitive game, but not the most exciting teams to watch here. Although the Broncos should be. Debo's back in the game. Getting a hit for just a gain of 2. Call timeout, Denver. Look at Nathaniel Hackett using them timeouts quicker every week. How about that? I'll take the Colts to beat the Titans. Matty Ice going to do it to you again.
Time out there, and they lost the ability to earn a third challenge. So down to 1 for the rest of the game.
I think Jerry Rosberg was involved in that.
Probably first time involved in
I'm
it.
sure he probably said, "Hey, if we make a play, let's take a timeout here." And not that Nathaniel wouldn't have thought about it anyway, but I would say that communication probably happened for the first time.
Well, you see the guy next to him, Chris. He's thumbing through a bunch of pages. A lot of the teams have printouts because you can't have the computers that access all the decisions that you make as you game manage up there.
Huge play right here.
Get this ball back, Denver defense. I dare you.
Split out as one of the 3 receivers to the right of Garoppolo.
Making Garoppolo tuck and run. First down, Jimmy Garoppolo. There's a flag. I think it's going to be on the 49ers. That's not a hold in the end zone, was it? Where was the hold at? So the hold was not in the end zone, but if it was, it would have been a safety.
It happens outside the end zone. Mike McGlinchey guilty of the hold, the right tackle.
Here we go.
Where's he hold? Yeah. He held around the 1 or the 2, so. So much for Garoppolo's great play.
So if you say he did it on the first one, that's why the flag was at the 1 and it wasn't a safety. That's exactly what Hackett is asking. Only half the distance, so even with the hold, it's only 3rd and 9.
Screen, and it's incomplete. And the Broncos are going to make the Niners punt from the end zone.
Gregory's big arm got up in the way, and the incompletion stops the clock with $1:43 to go.
And the Broncos still have a timeout.
Two dynamic playmakers on the outside. Here's Randy Gregory again. They put the tight end this way this time just to add a little space. Been able to get his hands up. And two very different players. Gregory, a real speed guy. And on the other side, Bradley Chubb, 275 pounds, probably weighs 30 pounds more. But he's a little bit more of the power.
4th and 9.
He punted it into the personal protector's backside in the game against Buffalo today. Wisnowski, that's a good one.
Good punt, as good as you could hope for. Broncos are still getting the ball at midfield with 1:32 on the clock. Broncos had a little something going on that last drive, mostly running the ball. Broncos Country Let's Ride was on the little flag there and the little graphic. I don't know, Michael. I'm going to go with the Dolphins on Thursday. I know Joe Burrow and the Bengals can surprise you. The Bengals played a complete game today. Yes, it was against the Jets, but they did look good. And the Jets have played hard lately. So the Bengals got a good win today. But I'm going to go Dolphins Thursday. I trust the Dolphins. After today, I trust the Dolphins. Ooh. Crowd wants a flag on that. Thought the ref was reaching for it.
I was quick to say, should that be a 15-yarder? I think he was right on the line.
That was close.
That could have been a foul on San Francisco.
I saw one official sort of grab for the flag and then take his hand off.
So they don't huddle even though the clock was stopped as he went out of bounds. 1:27 left.
The Broncos go no huddle even though the guy was out of bounds. 3rd and 8. Crowd still pissed about the no call.
It's 3rd down.
Yeah, on the move, just misses this one a little too far in front. And it doesn't look like much, but that would have turned it into, say, 3rd and 4 instead of 3rd and 9. Really need a play out of Russell Wilson right here.
Need more Russell improv. He panics too quickly and tries to run up the middle. False start.
Jerry Jeudy was anxious.
Saw the lineman move, not Jerry Jeudy.
False start. Offense number 10.
Well, they call it on Jeudy. I think they had 2 they could have called it on there.
The penalty promise of the Broncos, 25 in the first 2 games, 7 more than any other team in the first 2 games of the season, but only 2 penalties here. The first one was for 0 yards.
If I'm off Sunday morning, I might stream the Vikings-Saints game. I might. I don't know. I don't think I'll be off Sunday morning. I don't know the schedule for next week yet. But if I got to work Sunday morning, I'm not going to weasel out of it. I know I'll be home by 1 anyway. 3rd and 13. Russell. There you go. Well, I think they're going to get a hold here on the Broncos. They won't be in field goal range anyway, and it'll be 4th down regardless. I think except the penalty here. Because at short yardage, they might go for it. Got to take the penalty this time and back them up, unlike that field goal.
Offense number 72. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
Broncos got the ball at midfield. Now they're backing up.
It's all about the get off, right? If you get the good speed up the field, then they really have no choice but to grab you going around Ebercom that time with a big play. So we had the missed pass. We had back-to-back penalties to take them out of what would have been a possible field goal situation.
Yeah, you're in Denver. You get the ball at midfield. You're 1 first down from a legit field goal attempt. Instead, they've gone backwards 14 yards. And it's 3rd about a quarter of the field. Third and 23. Wilson protected.
Getting field goal range. Got back to midfield. 49ers take a timeout. Oh, yeah, they definitely did. Why would the Broncos take a timeout there? I mean, I wouldn't put it past Nathaniel Hackett, but it would make no sense. So thank God it was the 49ers.
Interesting game so far, hasn't it? We've seen flashes of really good stuff out of both offenses. But the one thing that we knew coming in here was that both of these defenses to date have played really well. I mean, this has been 2 of the best defenses in football.
Well, they both played Seattle. And then San Francisco opened with Chicago in the monsoon at Soldier Field, and Denver played Houston. So both teams knew this was going to be the best test that they've had to this point in terms of quality of opponent. Wait with the kick, fair catch signaled and made at the 10.
Niners have a minute and 2 timeouts, but they're at their own 11.
Niners have 2 timeouts. Try to work down the field and get 3 more at least on the board.
Says my phone's charged up during halftime or one of these commercials. I want to scroll Twitter and just see what the hell everybody thought of that race. I literally can't tell you if it was a good race or a bad race. I guess I was entertained. Is that really all? I guess that's all NASCAR cares about. Were you entertained? They don't care about integrity. Were you entertained? I guess I was entertained. Just like at Bristol, I was entertained, even though I was aware it was kind of a stupid, shitty race. But I had a great time at Bristol and was entertained. Would have been more entertained if Christopher Bell's tire didn't blow when I was at Bristol. Or if Briscoe didn't shit can Larson late in that race. But we'll never get what we want, will we? I'm glad the London game, the first London game so early in the year, both teams are still somewhat relevant. I mean, the Vikings are very relevant, but the Saints are teetering. Hell, I might get up and watch the Jags this year if I get the chance. If I'm off on that particular Sunday, because I'm pretty sure the Jags will have a London game. They always do. The London Jaguars. The Jaguars are unbeatable against the Colts at home and in London. They're good in those 2 instances. And remember that one time they played the Colts in London? Yeah. So that was like double jeopardy for Indianapolis.
Ask one leap at a time. Don't miss the new hit series, Quantum Leap. Tomorrow, 10/9 Central.
Quantum Leap. Show the fucking shitty Joe Montana CGI. With the homeboy from WandaVision.
Denver,
God, Mike Shanahan's gone gray, dude. I didn't even realize. I'm not used to seeing Shanahan with his fucking white hair. He gave up on the dye job, I guess. Oh, Ayuk was open. Garoppolo missed.
It's a good read, though, by Garoppolo. He saw what was going on. Kareem Jackson was sitting there in that lurk position in the middle of the field, so he knew if he let him in there, it might get picked. A veteran play by a veteran quarterback. It didn't work, but it didn't end up an interception either.
Good defense, timely moments, good special teams have forced a lot of long fields for these offenses. San Francisco's third straight drive starting inside their own 20. And 5 of their 7 drives have started with 80 yards or more to go.
Both teams being crippled by field position, except the Broncos on that last drive. Call timeout, Denver. Ah, never mind. You only got one. Let it run. Let it run. Well, and the Broncos call timeout. Never mind. They got an injury, so they will involuntarily take a timeout. Jags-Eagles game of the century. The first real test for the Eagles, and it's the Jaguars.
And he's a good one. They really think that he could be a special guy. He's been playing a lot of inside linebacker. They've been moving him out to the edge to relieve Bradley Chubb and Randy Gregory. This is a concern.
Yeah, you can see the athletic training staff looking at that leg and knee area. Of course, Nathaniel Hackett being reminded by Sean Hockley that the injury carries the automatic timeout for Denver, so it's their last. All right, so I lose the bet tonight. I almost said Paul Hackett. How many times were we almost going to call Kyle Mike, Paul Nathaniel, or Sean Hockley Ed?
Well, it's a little weird for me, too, because Paul Hackett recruited me at USC. And, of course, Mike was my offensive coordinator at the University of Florida. So these guys, I know well, and I knew their kids when they were about 1 year old running around the practice field.
And there's Mike, who still watches film of the Niners. He's involved watching the games on a regular basis. There's Browning being helped off and talking it through. He'll get further examination. Here he was.
Yeah, the one thing that Mike and Kyle definitely had in common, though, was that honesty. I mean, they will tell you exactly
What's up, Earl?
You may not always like it, but generally it moves the conversation forward.
Michael, I'll see you Thursday, or if not, well, I'm streaming tomorrow night too, but I'm guessing you're working. Vikings in London Sunday. If I'm off work that morning, I'll stream it, but I usually have to work Sunday morning, so I didn't have to today. Niners can let it go to the half. The Broncos are out of timeouts. Halftime, 7-3.
That's a good call there by Kyle Shanahan. No reason to give them a chance, get the ball back. It's the right call.
And both teams are locker room bound, and we are studio bound in 15 seconds. Brandon Ayuk, the touchdown catch in the
And I'm
first.
Powerade bound. I'm fucking thirsty.
55-yard field goal in the second. And that's it in the first half for scoring. Low scoring, tight one. Two good defensive teams. Niners 7, Broncos 3. Broncos get it to start the second half. Toyota halftime coming up with Maria, Tony, and Jason.
All right, thank you so much, Mike. And Jason, at the top of the show, you said this is going to be a game about the defense.
Defense. Low scoring. Yeah, two really good defenses. They're playing fast and playing the right way.
Yeah, I said run game. San Francisco got theirs going early. Denver got to it a little later. Who can sustain that in the second half?
All right, we're going to talk that, but we're also going to talk about what happened so far in Week 3. Bad day at the office for a few Super Bowl contenders. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Tom Brady all lose. We have the highlights next on the Toyota Halftime.
What up?
Tom Brady lost, but I thought God didn't make mistakes. The other international games, I'll try to look at that in a second and see. Pretty sure one of them's going to be while I'm gone on my cruise. NFL, they usually have a category for international games on the schedule. Chargers head coach Staley says Justin Herbert wanted to finish the game, so he did. Well, here's the thing. You're the head coach. If your quarterback's hurt and you're down by 38, get him the fuck out of the game. How about that? Network games. I think these are most of the London games. So Vikings Saints this Sunday at 9:30. I don't know if I'm working yet or not. The following week, the Giants and the Packers on Sunday morning in London. Then way later in the year, week 10, Seattle and Tampa Bay in Munich, Germany. And then you got your Christmas games and all that bullshit later in the year. But, yeah. I think those are all the international games. That far around the world, anyway. Yeah, I think the Jaguars have a game that's maybe on, like, CBS or something. Damn, the Powerades are good. Today was a good day in so many ways, but bad in others. I don't think there's any Mexico games this year. Oh, whoops. Fucking clicked off my damn whatchamacallit. I don't know if today's stream was even watchable because I feel like it was an ADD convention. We were watching Red Zone, we were watching the Bills and the Dolphins, and we were watching the race, and, you know. I feel like my streams are better when we just focus on one thing, but I want to watch everything. And I wanted to stream it.
The only touchdown we saw in the first half. Jimmy G to Brandon Ayuk puts San Francisco up 7-3 on the road in Broncos country. Welcome back inside the studio. Maria Taylor alongside Tony Dungy and Jason Garrett. And we want to get right to it. Let's get to the best of week 3. And for that, we start in the AFC. Kansas City taking on Indianapolis.
Look at Matty Ice coming in clutch with this touchdown. Matty Ice got you, Indy. He's got you. Buffalo could not finish a damn drive. Repeatedly. 3 drives in the second half, one of which was a 19-play drive that went for a field goal. Mac Jones is hurt pretty bad. They're showing New England highlights now. Baltimore, it was a crazy game. Baltimore pulled away late. Looked like the much better team when it really mattered. Washington got their ass beat. They're just lucky it wasn't worse than it was. 3-0 Eagles, 3-0 Dolphins. Rams beat up on the Cardinals. I still don't quite trust the Rams yet, but I damn sure don't trust the Cards. 20-12. Packers Bucs, what a slog. Green Bay had a hot start, and I thought they were going to roll. And then they weren't the same after Aaron Jones fumbled in the end zone. Brady throws a touchdown in the fourth because, of course, Green Bay goes from being the 85 Bears to just forgetting how to cover. Dumb penalty on a 2-point play, backs up the Bucs, and Brady throws it right to the linebacker.
Yeah, after the delay of game, Brady's pass falls incomplete, so ultimately the Packers walk away with the win. And Coach
Packers win, but when you win like that, you don't really feel good about it, do you? I mean, you win, you're happy, yay, but you really should have went to overtime at the very least. You kind of got lucky.
You score a touchdown, you need a 2-point conversion. They know all along that they need to, and they just don't give themselves enough time to execute this. We'll see the play clock here. It's going to get down to 9 seconds, Jason, before they get set up. And they've got a lot that goes on here. They've got a motion, they've got a shift, and then they've got 2 plays called in the huddle. Brady's going to try to get them to the right play, and this takes some time.
And, Coach, they also got a lot of new guys. A lot of those skilled players for Tampa are out. Tom's trying to get it all communicated.
There's a signal for the play.
Yeah, it's inexcusable.
It's down to 2 seconds left. Fournette gets it, shifts back, the clap of the hands, snap the ball, but it's down to 0-0. They just did not let themselves have enough time. Todd Bowles, when I was down there for the first game of the year, he told me details are going to be important. They weren't on the details here. Tom Brady quarterbacked a lot of plays.
The Bucs offense sucks, and I don't want to hear they don't have Mike Evans, they don't have Godwin. They sucked against the Cowboys with those guys, and they sucked against the Saints. I don't care what receivers they have or don't have. Brady's not playing well, and this offense sucks.
Tampa, a lot of receivers hurt. They knew they were going to have to run the ball. Leonard Fournette was going to be huge. They were not able to run it. Maybe banged up offensive line, but Green Bay's defense stifled that running game.
And Green Bay's defense has gotten better and better and better as the season has gone on.
Yeah, Julio Jones out, Chris Godwin out. I mean, Mike Evans serving that 1-game suspension. So those are the top 3 receivers right there for Tom Brady. But next up, they're going to welcome in the Chiefs. And I just want to get in Kansas City a little bit because a lot of miscues happened in that matchup. But we also had some issues with quarterback injuries in the AFC East. Mike Florio in the studio.
Mac Jones looked like he was fucked up. I guess it's a high ankle sprain.
Late in the game today, X-rays were negative, but there's clearly something wrong. He was carried to the locker room after the contest in obvious agony. If he misses time, the backup is veteran Brian Hoyer. They also have rookie Bailey Zappi on the roster. And in Miami, we saw this happen.
I don't know how Jones was able to hobble off the field.
He gets up, and he is clearly wobbly. So how did he stay in the game? We all assumed there was a head injury. Even his head coach assumed it was a head injury. They determined that there was a back injury that contributed to the wobbliness, and he went back in the game. The NFL Players Association has initiated an investigation. The league and the union will talk to everyone involved, and within the next week or 2, they'll come to a conclusion as to whether or not...
You mean to tell me the Dolphins would try something shady? I mean, they only got in trouble for tampering in the offseason.
Toyota reminds us that the Tundra is the full-size pickup that was born for the Wild.
Who would expect the Dolphins to be up to some shady shit? But good for the Dolphins. I'm glad they're 3-0. I like them. The butt punt almost cost the Dolphins the game. The butt punt. Mark Sanchez said, "Whoa, stay out of my lane, bro." Don't lie to me. Well, of course somebody's going to have to win, but is it going to be because of anything an offense does? NBC lying to me. Oh yeah, my phone's charged up enough now. Let me scroll the social media. Well, my stream is kind of dead now. No, NASCAR world is not happy about what we've seen the last couple of weeks at Bristol and Texas. Bulldozer. Who's Texas? I want to build Texas Motor Speedway in Minecraft just so I can tear it down. Old Brian Hoyer going to be playing for the Patriots for a couple weeks. Chris Busher said, Mama said, if you don't have anything nice to say, just thank your sponsors and your crew. Upside down smiley face. Carson Hosevar shared a picture of a bunch of Xfinity cars with a NASCAR Cup Series logo on it. It's like, yeah, can we do that? Can we please just do that instead? Are you ready for a thrilling second half of defense?
49ers on top. Broncos getting the ball. If you are fans of Corliss Waitman and Mitch Wisnowski, this has been your night. 10 points, 10 pucks. Here's the quarterback comparison. Pretty similar stuff. Neither one has turned it over. Key sack that Wilson took in the second quarter, taking it out of field goal range. And the Broncos offense, that's now 10 quarters, 25 possessions, and just 2 touchdowns scored. Possession 26 coming up now. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark. Here in Denver on a
And then tomorrow night we get to watch the Cowboys.
both teams 1-1. Robbie Gould kicks it off. No return. And a moment ago, Melissa Stark with Broncos head coach.
Nathaniel, just 3 points on the board. How do you get things going offensively?
Yeah, we got to finish.
We got to play better in the second half. We got to finish. Back to you.
You guys just got to keep on working and keep on finishing.
What was your message at halftime?
Play together. Play together. The defense is doing a great job, and offense just has to now pull their part, and special teams doing a great job. We just got to keep moving the ball and get down to the red zone.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Melissa, thank you. Chris, be interested to see where they go. Take a deep shot here at some point in the
I should be cheering for the Broncos because I'm a South Park fan.
career. Those long balls. First run will be a gain of 4 yards for Javonte Williams to the 29.
Yeah, let's talk about that, though, because the 49ers don't give you many opportunities. So what happened there? The couple of plays they did get those one-on-ones on the outside was a result of they broke some runs.
Okay.
And so they bring Hufanga down, and all of a sudden now you've got the one-on-one on the outside. But I think that when you get those rare opportunities against this defense, you just have to take that shot. You've got a big receiver in Cortland Sutton, and you've got arguably the best deep ball thrower.
Oh, man. Bosa in the backfield before Russell can even complete the play fake. And I think he tripped Russell.
Bosa coming flying in there.
Still don't like that helmet Bosa wears.
Nick Bosa is going to join the conversation here. So Quabbin on the tight end was coming out. Bosa was streaming towards Wilson, was trying to get to the outside to throw it.
Why does Bosa look like Colt Cabana right now? Look at his face. He looks like Colt Cabana.
It looked like Wilson was going to get outside, and then legs tangled or a trip? You decide. That looks like a trip.
A little bit of a trip.
There is no foul for tripping.
And they pick up the flag. I think that was obviously tripping.
And incidentally, it was a trip.
We're bringing Terry McCauley for his opinion. First, the rule here, Terry.
He clearly lifts the leg, which is illegal to obstruct an opponent, even the runner. I'm surprised they picked this up. This is tripping.
That's tripping every day of the week. What a shit call.
To obstruct the runner.
And can I just pick apart your sentence there? He lifted his legs. Is that something you're looking
Third
for
and
there?
14 now.
Yeah, if he could have had the foot on the ground, it would have been perfectly legal. But when he picks it up, lifts it up like that, and obstructs the runner, that's a foul.
Tripping. But the 49. What game am I watching? I'm already thinking about next Sunday night. I almost said Chiefs. It's incomplete. And the Broncos go 3 and out, but they should have got a first down off a penalty.
Not pretty 3 and out with a little help from the Bosa trip.
But, I mean,
You tripping, literally.
that drive would have been extended with a 15-yard penalty, and instead they give
And then he gets hit in the head on the fucking third down. He got backhanded in the face on third down by Bosa.
the Broncos' fault here.
Goes down as a 3 and out. Corliss Wakeman to kick again.
Referees are blind.
Big leg showing it off here. 55 yards to Ray McLeod to the 25.
Ray McLeod.
Bounce it to the outside and get all the way back.
49ers got good field position.
50-yard return by the return man who was with Pittsburgh for the last couple of seasons. Well, this 49ers offense, where you saw with Trey Lance, then all of a sudden it was the pivot. Now it's Jimmy Garoppolo. Did you see anything different in what they were doing offensively in the first half?
Well, they popped a couple of good runs, and that was when their offense woke up and got established. So I think that, they've got one of the great players in the National Football League in Trent Williams, that left tackle position. I might want to give him a little effort here and see what they can do. But this 5-down lineman look is a tough look to try and run against.
Their own 43, the Niners' best starting field position of the night.
Ugh. Flag down. Yeah, now they're going to throw some flags.
Is taken down. Wilson 8 carries for 55 yards in the first half. The leading rusher in the ballgame.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense number 93. This is a 5-yard penalty. It's an automatic. First down.
They won't get tripping, but they can spot a hands to the face a mile away.
There's the hands up underneath the helmet, and that is a foul.
Well, good for them. They called that one. Here, I thought Denver was the home team. Ooh. And another flag.
Another flag down. This one thrown in front of the Broncos bench near the line of scrimmage.
Illegal shift.
Oh, it's on the Niners.
Number 15 did not get set. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay.
Good eye. I didn't know if that was going to get flagged or not.
That's one thing, Chris, with this offense. Nobody uses more motion than the 49ers do. So you understand every once in a while if they get one of those flags.
Yeah, it clearly is an edge for the 49ers. It takes a lot of practice time. It takes a lot of concentration. It takes longer play calls, which is why Jimmy Garoppolo has the wristband to help him with the play calls.
Jordan Mason, the undrafted man out of Georgia Tech, is in the game. Runs it hard. It gets to midfield.
All right, let's take a look at the Walmart Blessmore Day Sky Cam. Go inside the game a little bit with Trent Williams, one of the absolute best players at any position in the National Football League. You can see how athletic this huge man is, keeping his feet in front of some of the best pass rushers, passing off some of those stunts. But there is just nobody better playing in the NFL right now than that guy.
Year 13, still elite at age 34. Some of his numbers tonight. First team all.
Oh, and Garoppolo fumbled the snap. But he recovers it. Third down. He pulled the Marcus Mariota. The Mariota special. Fumbled the fucking snap. Whoa, they say Broncos got it. Wow. A fumbled snap, and the Broncos get it at midfield.
Take a look. You can see Garoppolo was moving, and maybe the snap just a fraction late. Garoppolo had his hands on it, but when it got down and dirty, there was no way he was hanging on to it.
And you're holding your breath a little bit with that, right? That surgically repaired right shoulder under there. Josie Jewell comes in there. Raymond Jones right over there as well. So his hand there for a second. And Denver comes on in there, and Kyle Shanahan sees the game's first 2 turnover go against him. And Garoppolo and the 49ers have given Denver
God, Ozzy.
their best field position to start a drive tonight.
First turnover goes to the home team.
You're welcome. And the ball's in midfield.
All right, here you go, Denver Broncos. You've been struggling on offense. You pay the big bucks.
Broncos have had the ball at midfield twice now, and they didn't do anything with it the first time.
This is their time. They catch a break early. Need to make this happen.
Speedster Montrell Washington. Next to Cortland Sutton at the top of the screen. Mayfield, Wilson, play action.
Sacked. He wants to go deep, but every time he does, every time he looks to go deep, he's getting sacked. Russell Wilson has the world's smallest face mask.
Go from the tackle position, pound outside, and work his way right back to the quarterback. This was just brute strength, really, working against Garrett Bowles. And once again, for Russell Wilson, it needs to either be a let's get it out of there, or he just doesn't like what he's seeing down the field.
We're ripping him for not throwing deep and checking it down all the time, but hell, in this game, it's justified to check it down. There he is checking it down, but it gets swallowed up. 3rd and 17 now, and the Broncos fans are not happy, and they shouldn't be.
They get there fast on this defense. They really do. So many teams, because there's so much pressure coming after your quarterback, want to check it down. But then those guys on the outside, they just fly. You're going to see that young man right there, D'Amico Ryans, head coach in this league very soon.
We're watching him play, 38 years old, defensive coordinator here for the 2nd year. 3rd and 18.
Sutton makes the catch, but it's 4th down. 4th and 9. 2 times at midfield and can't get any fucking yards.
Waving them on, saying, yeah, keep those boos coming.
8 drives, 6 3 and outs.
6 3 and outs on 8 drives. Pray for the Broncos fans that have been suffering since 2016. They haven't had it quite as bad as New York Giants fans, but pinned at the 1. 49ers start at the 1 again. Oh, the never-ending cycle of great punts and bad offense that rule this game. I love punting. Pat McAfee's eyes, this is the game of the year. See, it really sucks hard for Broncos fans because they actually had expectations. That just kills you. My worst year as a Falcons fan was 2017, the year after the Super Bowl, when we had expectations to be just as good again. And the Falcons ended up being pretty good, but offense wasn't half as good, and the middle of the year was a fucking struggle, and I wanted to rip my hair out every other Sunday. Broncos fans are like, all right, we got our quarterback, we got a new coach, we got these weapons, we're set, we got the defense ready to roll, and they're fucking shit. That sucks. So I know it just hurts even extra, like more than the teams that expect us all. And now I expect the Falcons to suck, so it's not nearly as bad. The Broncos fans expect to be good. Expectations are dangerous. Like Zendaya or MJ and Spider-Man said, keep your fucking, if you don't expect anything, you can't be disappointed, or whatever she said. God, I've seen that movie 1,000 times now. You think I'd remember the line. But she's right. Football will make you want to just rip everything out of your body. Stab your eyes out, rip your hair out, rip your tongue out, and stomp on it. That's why I just can't do it anymore as a Falcons fan. I try to stay as disconnected as I can, because I'm not even celebrating their win today. I was more excited for the Colts. Sierra. I like that Broncos hat. Time for the Broncos defense to get this safety. Stuff them short of the line of scrimmage, but not in the end zone.
You mentioned it earlier, the thin running back core for San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell on injured reserve, sprained his knee, out a couple months. And Ty Davis-Price, their third-round pick out of LSU, got hurt last week.
Yeah, and what it's done is usually you see them so fast, but ordinarily the 49ers are working the edges, right? They're going with that outside zone stuff. But I don't think they're overly comfortable getting out on the edge with Chubb and with Gregory.
Garoppolo. Safety! Garoppolo stepped out of the back of the end zone. It would be a pick six for Chubb, but it's a safety because Garoppolo stepped out of the end zone. He did the Dan Orlovsky. Well, it's honestly better because he threw a pick six if he didn't step out of the end zone. And Trent Williams is down for the 49ers. Yeah, they got lucky here because he throws a pick six and didn't realize he'd stepped out of the end zone yet.
It is a safety. San Francisco will be kicking off.
Trey Lance wouldn't have done that. I'm kidding. You know, there's fans somewhere saying that. Fucking Dan Orlovsky over here. Yee, safety. I could see it coming too. I'm like, he's not going to stop back. Safety. And then Bradley Chubb makes a freak play that doesn't count.
Trent Williams.
Trent's going to get bent backwards here in a collision.
Oh. Leg whip.
There you go right there.
Well, the Broncos offense can't score, but the defense did.
So the safety gives you the unique score of 7-5, and Denver will get the ball, but the concern right now is Williams.
Yeah, Trent Williams being down. That's devastating for the 49ers. They lose him. That is earth-shattering to lose Trent Williams. Most exciting play of the game, and it's the dumbest play of the game. Dan Orlovsky just tweeted, "I've never been happier." Now everybody's going to talk about Garoppolo. I don't know. I think people will still talk about Dan Orlovsky's because the Lions were 0-16, and that was like the play everybody remembers. Man, Orlovsky and Mark Sanchez get freed on the same day. We had the butt punt and another quarterback running out of the back of the end zone for a safety. So Goodyear's blaming drivers and teams for the tire failures today. Denny Hamlin not letting him off the hook.
The 49ers, of course, the 9 years in Washington, last 3 here in San Francisco, gets up and walks very slowly up the tunnel. Just hate to see that. It's a terrific player. That will certainly impact the game. So free kick coming from the 20-yard line after
7-5. Do not adjust your sets. Hell of a high kick there. Man, kicking is a sight to behold at Mile High. Even on free kicks and kickoffs and punts. It's getting chippy here.
Pushing and shoving now. So as they all sort this out and they sort out the penalty as well, I kind of want to say I'm sorry to Dan Orlovsky, but that's the first thing that pops in my mind. For those who don't remember the play in 2008, Orlovsky with the Lions ran to the back of the end zone. A lot of us wondered Jared Allen was bearing down on you, the great defensive.
Yeah, that's the thing people forget about Orlovsky. Jared Allen was about to kill him when you could still hit people in the NFL.
Team number 40. It's a 10-yard penalty. First down.
It's one of the few times you've seen that play happen in a game until we saw it here tonight, and Dan has gone on to.
Orlovsky did it in a 1 o'clock game, I'm pretty sure. This happened in prime time, so maybe Orlovsky's off the hook.
Now you got company, at least. Somebody else did it.
But what did he just tweet out?
Oh, he tweeted he's got company now. It's okay, right? So, are you over here on Twitter?
Absolutely not.
He said, freedom. I've never been happier was his tweet.
That's great.
All right, so the Broncos get the ball back there with into
Cue the meme of Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the television screen and say it's Dan Orlovsky when Garoppolo stepped out.
This was Melvin Gordon taking it to the 23-yard line.
Oh, look, the Broncos are already setting themselves up to go 3 and out again. For what, the 8th time tonight?
Push up the middle. This is an excellent running team, and they really have just not gotten that going other than that one drive.
Back to no huddle, a little bit of tempo. Wilson checks it back down. Gordon got out of one tackle and gets pushed back the other way.
3rd down. 3rd and 4.
And if you're sitting on your couch and thinking, why are we not seeing Russell Wilson with the moon balls that he loves to throw? The reason is that he's not getting that opportunity. They're playing either two.
He's getting sacked every time he sets up to throw one of those deep balls.
Snaps of this game, and the only 5 snaps when they got that single coverage was when the Broncos got the running game going.
Cesar Shire hurt the first half out for the remainder of the game for San Francisco. Down one starting linebacker.
This may be an opportunity if they did want to take a shot. Let's see if they rotate out.
Sutton for the first down. Finally, some life here for the Broncos.
And they'll move the change as Sutton's 6th catch on the night. Leads all players in the game.
Nice read this time by Russell Wilson. They're going to rotate the coverage this way, so he goes to the backside of that. It's the single one-on-one over there. Beautifully done.
They've heard the crowd counting down the play clock. They did that.
That's my new favorite Broncos thing is the fans counting down the play clocks. They don't trust their head coach or their quarterback. Just to throw it short, and it goes nowhere.
To the left for only a yard. And Yamador Lenore's had stopped that on 3 different occasions in the first 2.5 quarters.
There's Debo. 2 good backs on this team and a good running back / wide receiver / slot / blocker and the other.
Hill and check on the ground with 4 carries, 6 yards so far.
I think they got Bosa to jump. Free play. And Russell lobs it up. It's going to be intercepted or overthrown. It's overthrown. But Bosa jumped off sides, I think.
Down the middle of the field. As Russell sensed that was a freebie.
Offside. Defense number 97. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
On Nick Bosa.
We talk about Aaron Rodgers, but I tell you, Russell Wilson has been, the last couple of games that I've seen, he's been drawing people offsides at least 1.5. Such an advantage. You get that free throw. I bet you that felt good to Russell, just to launch one.
And while the crowd was kind of in some ways trying to boo their own team by trying to help them count down the play clock, you do want to let your guy use his cadence at home, too.
Melvin Gordon plowing through. First down. Hangs onto the ball. There you go, Denver. Now they're at midfield, though. This is where they seem to struggle the most.
Yeah, and this time Hufanga's going to try and come around this way, and yet it leaves just a bit of a gap in there. Good block down on the outside there by Eric Saubert. They're bringing the 2 tight end look in there now and see if they can get a little something going on the edge.
Took 3 guys to get Melvin Gordon down. Bouncing off tackles again for a nice run. That's what I get for all the shit I talked about him earlier.
It's a very good first down pickup on the ground.
Yeah, they're good at this. When they get under center and they can pound the football a little bit, their offensive line, they like the double teams, getting up to the next level, and it really sets you up for some play action passes. Still with that heavy set with those tight ends in there. It's a lot of people up front.
Okay, 5-4, get from the 47-yard line.
Williams got a 3rd and 3 now.
Javon Kinlaw on the tackle. Eric Armstead not in the lineup tonight. He weren't with us at the start of the game. Guy who hasn't missed a game in 4+ years. Foot injury, didn't practice all week, not going here. And as the Broncos just keep going, Chris, you know, it's going to wear down this San Francisco, or at least attempt to wear down their defense.
Well, they're rotating in and out pretty well, but they bring their frontline guys back in there now. Kerry Hyder had a nice play earlier in the game right now.
Mike Boone again in. Trey got in quickly from Hackett to Wilson.
3rd and 3. Russell under pressure again, and flag in the secondary. He threw it up to essentially nobody.
Also got hit at the end of the play by Kerry Hyder, who Chris just mentioned. This is against the Niners in the secondary. Drive will continue.
Before the pass was
Holding on the 49ers.
defense number 38. This is a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
So we mentioned Lenore earlier, a couple of good plays. Tag there.
They were trying to get that rub route going down the middle of the field again. You'll see the wide receivers crisscross down here trying to pick off one of the defenders right there. And that's where they saw the hole.
My God, Denver's on the 49ers side of the field. Into field goal range. They've been here before and got sacked out of it, so don't crown them just yet. But they've got the momentum on their side.
Warner's the star linebacker. Armstead the star inside guy on the defensive front. Missing him tonight.
And he's a really good one when they have he and Eric Armstead, Nick Bosa on the same side. It is a formidable side. They're starting to get this running game going. This is what I thought they could look like running the football. Now back to shotgun.
Got to run it again. Yeah. Be another 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4.
Because of Alshire being out, they have to find somebody else to come in. And he's able to make the play there.
Now, Kyle Shanahan thinks he has the best group of linebackers in football. Of course, with Alshire out, a little bit different, but we really haven't seen Fred Warner make one of his sort of signature plays yet, you know? And one way to keep from that is just keep trying to pound it down there and let those offensive linemen get a push.
Oh, he had Jerry Jeudy wide open and missed him. Ah, fuck, I think he'd go for it. You can kick this long field goal. Okay, they're going to kick the long field goal. You might as well take the fucking lead.
That is
Judy's wide open for a first. Not much more, but it would have kept the drive alive. Damn. That was pitch and catch, and he just missed it.
Coming for McManus, 53 yards. So I'll sneak this in quickly. The score is 7-5. It's only been one game in the history of the NFL that the final was 7-5. It was back in 1938.
53-yard kick. McManus for MVP, and he shanked it. It's no good. 49ers still lead 7-5. If I'm a Broncos fan, I'm in meltdown mode, dude. Like, I don't know how these people are staying so calm in this building, because I would not be calm. Really glad I'm not a Broncos fan. You ever watch a lot of games and just say, man, I'm glad I'm not a fan of that team? Broncos are high on my list right now. Like, I don't want to be that Broncos fans, because once again, when expectations are high, it hurts 10 times worse. If I cared about the Falcons today, I'd have been stressed out.
What a cool way to frame next Sunday night's game. Mahomes against Brady. We'll have it for you on Sunday Night Football from Tampa. That is Jalen Moore. You see his career history of the 3 starts. The swing tackle comes in now for one of the best, Trent Williams, over at the left tackle spot.
They put George Kittle over there to help him. Nope, now in motion. And back.
That starts from the 43-yard line. Touchdown middle of the first quarter.
Big run.
They finally hit an outside zone. This is their signature play. Everybody on a line right down there. The back just find a hole, and Wilson jumps through it. That is a huge play for this offense. So much of what they do sets up off of that. And with the way these wide receivers block down the field, you have chances for big plays.
Wilson again to the right side. There's no gain there. We talked about the running game, and you're really fond of the way Kyle Shanahan dials up the run game and the specifics of it. He said it's not a fun process to get as good as they are, and they are good.
They start working the technique of that during OTAs and the offseason. It is, they drill it into their heads. And so it's not going to be that big a deal for Jalen Moore to know the plays. You can tell maybe a difference because they're running everything off to the right side since this series has started. And Trent Williams will have
Sacked by Randy Gregory. Broncos defense is doing all they can. They're trying.
Just too quick. from Randy Gregory. Dallas Cowboys did not
Once again, Broncos should be wearing the Navy uniforms every week.
give Gregory a problem, and so he is now a part of the Denver Broncos. That is second sack.
Big signing, had the big issues in Dallas during his career. The multiple suspensions. Dallas thought they had him signed. He ends up signing here in Denver.
Third and long. And really long. Both teams get to midfield and shit their pants. Garoppolo. Oh, he had Ayuk. Would have got him at least into field goal range. Missed it. And another punt incoming. Yeah, Ayuk was open here. Tip for tat. Russell missed Judy. Garoppolo misses Brandon Ayuk. Air's a little thin in Mile High tonight on both sides. A little thinner than usual. Told you this was a comedy special. Pinned him at the 3 again.
Perfectly done. Travarius Moore was down there just in case, but Wisnowski at the left blinker rod was out of bounds. The 4-yard.
Another great punt.
Greasy talked to Jimmy Garoppolo. Brian Greasy's part of a significant staff overhaul at San Francisco. Of course, Mike Nathaniel with the undefeated Miami Dolphins, so some assistant coaches moving around along the way. And Greasy was wearing a headset and makeup last year, now wearing a headset and ball cap. He went from the TV booth to the position coach for the 49ers.
Yeah, and they've split up duties, haven't they? Chris Forster has been the run game coordinator, Bobby Slowick the pass game coordinator. But it makes a difference, you know. I mean, they know with the Rams as well. You know, you keep losing coordinators, it takes a little while to adjust with that too.
They got a great coaching staff in San Francisco. Oh, boy. Tipped up and almost intercepted. I thought that was definitely going to go the other way. Another high throw from Russell. He has no rapport with any of his receivers. Or in this case, Melvin Gordon.
You just don't have opportunities to throw the ball down the field, and you have to be so efficient. You just can't make mistakes. When you start on your own 6-yard line, you probably have to put a 15-play drive together when you're playing against that style defense to score a touchdown.
And they run with Gordon, who loses. Oh, he fumbled the ball. Russell recovers it at their own 3-yard line, and the boos come out again. Another brilliant offensive series for the Denver Broncos. And Melvin Gordon's up here, and the ball does come out.
Does it feel like this whole game's been backed up inside the 10-yard line and special teams and all the different plays? We saw the Kansas City Chiefs today, usually one of the great special teams in the league, struggle with their special teams, and tonight they've been brilliant.
Travarius Ward punched it out. Melvin Gordon's last 11 fumbles or turnovers, so he breaks that streak as his quarterback bails him out. 3rd and 13.
Well, Russell don't hang on the ball too long, and it's through the hands of Mike Boone and incomplete. And the Broncos will punt from their own end zone again. How many 3-and-outs tonight?
7 3-and-out.
I'm out of comments. You know, you got to catch the ball. And sometimes it's not anything the coach is dreaming up or, you know, just catch the ball. Somebody make a play. It's been like a tackle. You're right up.
A good punt, but the Niners are going to get the ball across midfield. Somebody's got to get into scoring range.
14 punts, 12 points.
14 punt, more punts than points. How about that? More punts than points. That should be the title of this stream.
You just wonder what's going through his mind, right? One of the great competitors around. You wonder if he's starting to think, I'm just going to have to scramble around and make some plays. One of the really good plays they had is that little chest pass when he scrambled. And I don't know, maybe get him on the edge some, let him try and make some plays, because right now, this offense is stuck.
field position for the Niners at the 41. Deebo Samuel in the backfield. Taking the pitch. Bradley Chubb first.
Well, the Broncos stuffed that run.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That could end the third quarter. Please get to the end of this third quarter. This game has to get closer to ending at some point.
Third downs tonight combined.
49ers are lining up with, okay.
Well, they've said this in a while. Only scoring in the
7-5 going to the fourth.
San Francisco 7, Denver 5. Sunday Night Football.
Lord have mercy.
After these messages.
And may God have mercy on our souls. It is incomprehensible. I don't know how Broncos fans are still watching this. Well, come on in, Mr. Ozzy. Oh, it's Paige Kitty, not Mr. Ozzy. My other kitty came in the window. Come here, little kitty. Smart kitties take the window. They don't just sit in the door and wait for somebody to open. Seven to 5, a real barn burner here. It's certainly compelling. Same thing with the race earlier. It's not good, but it's certainly compelling.
Sometimes it is, yes. We had course field, we had a power field at Mile High.
I tell you though,
I'm worried that the Broncos mascot's going to fall off the big screen up there. Yeah, Kittle's been non-existent. Oh, Garoppolo leveled and completes the pass to Jennings. Oh, they say he juggled it and didn't get the feet in. Then Garoppolo took one of them Justin Herbert rib shots just now. Yay! Didn't secure possession.
I think they come right back with another stunt to that same side and make sure Jalen Moore.
Jennings juggled the ball, 3rd and 10. Broncos defense trying to stand up again with their backs against the wall. The Niners are 0 for 7 on 3rd down. The Broncos are 3 for 13. It's been bad. Oh, slipped. The defender slipped. Okay, the 49ers got a 4th and 1 here. I think you just take the field goal. Robbie Gould coming out.
I think Kyle Shanahan said, I know what kind of game this is. I'll take 3 points all day.
4th and a long 1. They're going to take the field goal attempt.
You mentioned Robbie at 39 is the oldest kicker in the NFL. He's 13th all time.
Robbie Gould, wasn't he with the Bears back when they made the Super Bowl with fucking Grossman and Lovie Smith and Devin Hester and Urlacher and those guys. Robbie Gould makes it 10-5. Does that mean the 49ers are twice as good as the Broncos?
Robbie Gould knocks through the field goal. I talked to him on the field before the game. He's got 3 boys at home. His boys have a fantasy team. And Robbie said, you should take Justin Tucker as your kicker. No, Dad, we're taking you. So, boys, Dad got you 3 there.
Hit the 3-run home.
And George Kittle, man,
Kittle and Bosa wear those goofy-ass fucking Star Wars helmets.
As Garoppolo and the Niners take advantage of the defense hold, the punt caught at midfield with a nice return, and now Nathaniel Hackett's team in a 5-point hold.
I've never seen a coach look so devastated to be down by 5 with 14 minutes left.
They win the game, they're tied for first place. All you need is one drive. You just need to put it together one time, and you got the lead. And then count on your defense, which has been playing great. Now they just need to have that one drive. They really need for Russell Wilson to create some magic now. They just do. They need, sometimes your star players just have to wake your team up, and it is definitely Russell Wilson time right now.
Oh, my God. The Broncos are going to get the ball at their own 25 and not their own 5.
Wasn't pretty in the first half. It continues to be that way here in the second half for Denver. This will be their 30th offensive possession of this young season, and they've got 2 touchdowns to show for it.
The other part of this is that the 49ers have really fixed their cornerback slot, at least to their belief. Emmanuel Mosley and Tarvarius Ward on the outside makes them a little different team right now defensively than what they had last year.
Javonte Williams, the running back.
Little 3-yard run to start. Got to stay balanced. It's only a 5-point game.
Yeah, Ridgeway coming over from the Philadelphia Eagles, and he's stepping into big shoes with Eric Armstead not playing in there. But now this is going to really come down to if they can take away the running game of the Denver Broncos, can the Broncos put together anything in the passing game?
Russell, go deep. There it is. Oh, the defender did just enough to keep it out of Judy's hands. Oh, they had a shot there. It was really a perfectly thrown ball by Russell. Just a great play by Ward. Damn. I feel sorry for the Broncos fans. I'm actually kind of rooting for them now.
Back straight through the post. He's got it.
Hey.
Was it tipped? It was
Slightly tipped. Threw off the timing there.
He has given them that man-to-man coverage element against the best receivers in the league. And they are
3rd and 7. This crowd is going to explode if they go 3 and out again. A blitz. Russell's going to take off and run. Don't slide. You got to get this first. Oh, he's short. Nuh-uh, he's short. I hate to say it, he's short. Russell reached for it, but I think the ball's a nose short of the line to gain. One ref says 4th down. Yep, short. You going to go for this deep in your own territory? You get an inch, come on.
This is a power running team.
Quarterback sneak. If you do anything other than a sneak, you're stupid.
Sideline.
Denver is challenging the ruling in the field of the runner being short of the line to gain. Timeout.
So, does it break the plane of the 35-yard?
Denver challenges this. They might actually get it overturned and get the first down. I got a friend on Facebook, my friend Alex, who I met on the Kiss Cruise from Canada, diehard Broncos fan. He says he feels like he's in hell right now. And I'm like, I know, I feel it secondhand, buddy. I sympathize with Broncos fans right now more than anyone. Dylan, I hope they get a good finish out of it. Like I said, much like the race earlier, it ain't good, but it certainly is compelling. I got to be honest, after today, I don't know how they can have that race in Talladega next week. I just don't. I really just don't know how they can just go ahead and have that race. They're gonna, because they have to.
This is not a forward progress play. He's falling forward. He's not being held such as forward progress is stopped. So it's going to be the
short
point of the ball when his knee is down. He doesn't get that where he stretches. Like I said, not forward progress.
The Broncos lose the challenge and will punt. So they won't try to get this inch or half a yard, whatever. Another 3 and out for the Broncos. From one angle, I thought it was a first. That pylon cam showed me that it wasn't a first. Another great punt. It's about all the Broncos have going for them. See Garoppolo step out of the back of the end zone, Dylan, for the safety. We had a butt punt and another dumb quarterback safety all in the same day.
13-yard line after the game's 15th punt. And Russell Wilson trying to pump his guys up. That's one thing with Russell Wilson. There's an eternally positive nature.
Russell Wilson is so positive it's grating. I think that's why everybody in Seattle turned on him. He's not careful, they'll wind up the same way in Denver. Especially if you don't win this game. If you only score 5 points in this game and lose. Garoppolo play fake to no one. Ooh, toe drag, swag. That was the fullback. Juszczyk. Look at that. That's the best catch I've seen all day. Outside of the Eagles game, I think, and the Jaguars game. This is a fullback. Not devoid of highlights, he says.
So we told you that Trent Williams went out. You saw a drive with or two.
I don't blame anybody for not being here to watch this shit show.
Now Colton McKivitz, a third-year man out of West Virginia, who has some starts under his belt, including Week 18 last year. He's in there at left tackle.
So now into the game comes Juwan Jennings, who is at times an angry blocker. This guy can get under the skin of people. We've seen him get people ejected before. Number 15 down in the slot. Let's see if he can create a lane here.
Kittle with a catch. I think a field goal puts the game away.
Yeah, this is really what's been missing here so far, because when George Kittle is completely right, you put him on one side. That time they had Debo over on that same side, create some one-on-ones, and he's going to be the guy. You just wonder now that they're starting to get it going again, and Jimmy Garoppolo.
I don't know. I want a dramatic finish. So I'm hoping the Broncos defense can just hang on here. Incomplete. Broncos defense again stands up.
It's probably the toughest play to try and defend.
You know, on the safety earlier, if Garoppolo didn't step out, he throws a pick six to Bradley Chubb, so they actually got lucky that it was only a safety. Broncos fans would love to have that one back now. They'd take the touchdown for damn sure instead of a safety.
For the 7th time tonight, signed a 4-year contract extension last week. Good through the 2026 season. Earned almost all of it here tonight. This is a tumbler.
Oh, a touchback. Disappointing on a night of such good punting.
Kick is 56th in that, just 36.
I mean, both teams are pissed off, but Broncos fans are way more pissed off. NASCAR Scott Miller acknowledges they missed the William Byron Denny Hamlin incident and likely would have taken action against the 24 if they had seen it. Denny Hamlin said they missed what? What a fucking joke. It played on the screen 5 times during caution. Said a Byron penalty is still possible. Been a shitty fucking month for NASCAR, I'll tell you that.
Has an origin story. Only one of them involves minions. Bring some mayhem in your movie night and stream Minions. The Rise of Gru, now on Peacock. The traditions here in Denver, they announced the attendance, which is 75,000 and change. Then they put up that there were 1,765 no-shows in the fans' booth. They have a long sellout streak here in Denver. Up 3 announcer Russell Wilson, 8.
For the love of God, Broncos, just do something. Yeah, the Broncos make me feel good about the Falcons. I got to be honest. The Falcons showed more fight in the second half last week than this Broncos offense has all season. And then the Falcons actually won today against a really bad team, but won nonetheless. So, yeah, we shouldn't feel so bad. Look at the fucking Broncos.
That the 49ers now have in these 2 cornerbacks. They're not afraid to bring Hufanga down and play the run. They were anticipating a run there. They got it. And at least so far, Russell Wilson is not checking to anything deep when he does get the single coverage.
Officially 1 for Williams. Straight drop back.
All right, it's going to be a 3rd and 2. Maybe a 3rd and 1.
More manageable than most of their third downs they've had tonight.
Can they even get this yard?
Yeah, so far this season, we really have not seen Russell Wilson running. And it's been one of the things that's been drilled in his head, I think, is that they're trying to protect him. They're trying to do some of the things they do with Aaron Rodgers. But occasionally, you need a play, right? And he's really good at that.
Ran on average almost 90 times a season in his first 9 years. Only 43 times last year.
3rd and 1. They get the first. Melvin Gordon. Okay. You're getting to the point where you might wind up in 4-down territory. We're at 8:50 to go and counting.
I mean, for offenses in general out here tonight, that one you could tell they just weren't in sync, on the same page. A little hesitation by the receiver, a drop pass by Boone. You go right down the list. That's what it's looked like tonight. They've had opportunities.
Fresh set of downs, and Russell avoids the sack, and he's able to throw it away. Bosa thought he had one.
The difference in that play, not taking that sack, because every time they've had a negative play, they've been punting. This time, great move there by Bosa. He's so good. But comes out of that, stays on his feet, and just maintains 2nd and 10 and have a chance.
So that close to his 2nd sack of the night, the 2nd pick in the 2019 draft.
He gets that right arm back when he's rushing the passer. Looks like he's getting ready to go in the 100 meters.
Just not seeing any magic here from Russ. That was a high and inaccurate throw. What the fuck was that? And he wasn't even pressured when he threw it. He ended up on the ground. 3rd and 10. Here we go again.
Yeah, I wonder if he forced just a little bit here. You know, he's been working the middle of the field a little bit more than I'm used to seeing him. But once again, I don't know if his fun is right there. That young man is. We have him ranked as the 2nd best safety in the game right now. After tonight, he might be number 1. Mika Fitzpatrick, the only one rated higher.
3rd and 10, Kendall Hinton is in the slot. He's the one making a hand.
3rd and 10. Good protection. Avoids the sack. Caught! A big play for the Broncos in the passing game. Who'd have thought? Little 3rd and 10 magic finally. Offensive line did a decent job. Nobody gets open at first, and that leads to Russell having to escape. And throws a nice ball on the run. 27-yard gain. Screen to Gordon. Gain of 4.
Can I ask you something about Ward? Because he's come over from Kansas City, and they're talking about him how great he is as a cover corner.
Halfway through the 4th.
Yeah, he was under a lot of pressure there. They had him. I mean, he gave up some plays because they did play so much man-to-man coverage. San Francisco didn't have anybody that they trusted to do it.
Something's up there at the top, either looking for attention or trying to
Press coverage up top. Safety leaning that way. He beat him. Oh, Russell takes the short throw. I want to go back and see what it looked like when Sutton blew by his guy on the outside. Was there a safety already right there? Or Russell had Sutton wide open, dude.
It's 3rd down for the offense.
Boy, what a big break there for the Denver Broncos.
What a big break for the 49ers. Sutton blew by his man.
Begin to think in terms of what do you want to do with this situation, right?
You mean 2 plays or 1?
2 plays or 1. You know,
I say it's 4-down territory.
It'd be a factor here with the double-A blitz coming at him.
Go, Russell. Go, 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 go. Russell's going to get the first himself. There we go, the magic. One drive is all you need. Your defense is playing good enough to win it for you on the other side of the ball. Let's ride. More single coverage, like they said. Again, Sutton. And Russell takes the shot, and Sutton's got the ball. 1st and goal at the 5. They had it a couple plays ago, and Russ didn't even give it a chance. That time he did. I got to say, the 49ers are playing with fire now doing that.
And there you go. A couple of scrambles, a good audible, and now Russell Wilson is in a groove now. Can they score in the red
2 games, 22 plays, no touchdown.
First and goal at the 5. 5 minutes to go.
Plays and 4 runs inside the 20 this year.
And you go for 2 if you get this. Melvin Gordon down to the 1. By the way, if you score, you go for 2. Because why not?
Great couple of tight ends and an extra offensive lineman in, as you see how the red zone issues have been a problem.
And they've had
The last thing a game like this needs is overtime, but we could be looking at it. Second and goal at the 1.
all right, no brainer. We're going to run it at least one more time to see what happens. And I think
Don't let Russell throw it at the goal line. You know how this goes. They're going to line up in a heavy run set. 49ers got to be alert for a bootleg. I think they are. They run it. Touchdown, Melvin Gordon. And a fine for throwing the ball into the stands. Those balls are expensive. Go for 2. The all-important 2-point conversion here.
they did everything right? They have the tight split, so you're going to go all
Broncos finally get out of their own way.
perfectly. That entire drive was just picture perfect, and it was Russell Wilson being Russell Wilson. That's the first time, really, we've seen that, at least so far here tonight.
Going for 2 here at 11.
Going for 2 to try to go up by 3. The Broncos have their first lead. They did this last week against Houston. They played like shit and pulled it out late like this. Also known as the Brady Special. Oh, it's batted down, incomplete. And he had Javonte Williams. He had Williams. But the Broncos did get a lead, and their defense is playing very well. I knew this game would be worth watching because it was close. Damn, Russell, why didn't you do this 20 minutes ago? Jimmy Garoppolo going to come through in the clutch and win the game. Super Bowl 24, 49ers 55, Broncos 10. Oh, what a time to be alive that would have been. Where the NFC annihilated the AFC every year in the Super Bowl. 11-10, Denver over the 49ers. This team's got a long way to go to get to 55, and they only got 4 minutes to do it, so hop on it. Now the shoe is on the other foot. The 49ers are 1 point down. Pressure on Garoppolo, but he gets the ball away for a nice little gain.
To the 32-yard line.
Pretty good by Jimmy Garoppolo, too. He had a tiny little window to hop through just to be able to make that throw.
Remember, Chris, no Trent Williams, so pulling the Kivitz for another drive at left tackle. With even Trevor Gregory probably going at him.
And it makes it hard. You want to leave your tight end in there, but you don't want to leave George Kittle.
Oh, batted up. Incomplete.
A little bit of Nick Chubb, Bradley Chubb getting up there to get in the way of that one as well.
Yeah, and let's give a little credit to Ronald Darby on the outside as well. He saw that one coming all the way. Big third down, and this would be an interesting decision whether or not you wanted to try and you could run it.
You are not going to go for this. You're just going to try to get this third down. If you don't get it, you punt. You got 3 timeouts. Broncos have only moved the ball on 1 drive all night. Trust your defense if you don't get this third down. Maybe I'm stuck in the 90s. I don't know. Caught by Jennings. Wow. Darby was blanketing him.
First down at the 37-yard line.
I thought this was the pick 6. I really
I'm with Collinsworth. I thought that was it. Ugh.
Darby is in the perfect position. Perfect. He's thrown it to Juwan Jennings on the outside. If that throw was not that exact, that's a touchdown for the Broncos.
You got a close one here in the last couple of minutes. How are they going to get Debo the ball here? They go over the middle. First down. McLeod. Early in the game, there was a lot of these little quick slants and just quick throws, maybe right at the line of scrimmage in the slot. And they were wide open.
That's one of the things this Broncos defense does. When they play a slot nickel, generally he plays outside edge on the slot receiver, and the 49ers believe they might be able to get inside that for some plays.
To the 48-yard line. They're converting 4.
Oh, batted up and intercepted. It's not over. The 49ers have 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. It is not over. But the Broncos take it away and have the lead. It had been close. It is not over. But this Broncos defense is for real.
There's nobody to draw K'Wan Williams that way, so he's going to sneak this way, knowing that's where the
Garoppolo off target and early. He was going to force that ball to Debo no matter what, and it backfired. He was off target and threw the ball way too early for it to even he didn't even have a chance. Triple coverage on Debo Samuel. Garoppolo had his mind made up where he was going with that ball.
Fortunately for them, the play clock had not started. It's just been blown into play. As Denver takes over at the
3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. It's not over.
San Francisco.
Couple of first downs and it can be over.
2:06. So this play takes us to the 2-minute warning. There's a run to the right with Williams.
2-minute warning, 11-10.
So San Francisco stops them using their timeouts here. They will
What an ugly game.
with time. And of course, in Denver, you get around the 40-yard line. Once you cross midfield, you got a chance at a legit makeable field goal attempt. But with Robbie Gould, it's probably around the 35 or 36.
heavy traffic in there. Yeah, you want to get it to your favorite player, but that lurking player on the backside, because there was no presence of another receiver freed up. Green Jackson to come in there and make that play. There he is right there. Joe Evero. He has had a great game plan, and he was telling me,
Let's go, Broncos.
I'm willing to let some people beat me, but it's not going to be Deebo Samuel or George Kittle. And that time they were all over Deebo Samuel.
And with his 5 years with the Rams, there's such familiarity. And with Nathaniel Hackett,
You don't see Garoppolo breaking tablets, do you?
when he was with Green Bay, and Russell Wilson's not just knowledge, but dominance.
He just clearly doesn't want to win as much as Tom Brady. That's why Garoppolo doesn't break the tablets.
In a game you play once every 4 years on the schedule, there was great familiarity with what San Francisco brings to the table.
And the Rams defense in the 2 regular season games basically allowed them to run. But come playoff time, they switched strategies, and I would say Hero is
Mike Shanahan looks scared.
what they did in the playoff game now.
Full confident timeout to the Niners. Second and 9.
They run a toss. Timeout with 1:55, 3rd down. The Broncos pretty much have no choice but to be conservative here. They've had one good offensive drive all night.
Yeah, and again, the challenges.
Peter, it's not over yet, but you can definitely trust the Broncos defense to finish this off. So I see why you would say it's over. Now, will the Broncos throw it here?
We just run it, force them to use their timeout, and just give them one less club in their bag to try to come back and win the game.
You know, for me, it wouldn't matter. That's so much time.
Yep, I agree.
You know, there's plenty for a field goal. I'm doing whatever I have to do here.
I'm with Collinsworth. I think you just got to throw it, do what you got to do to get this first. They look like they're going to line up and just run it. And they do. And the 49ers stuff it.
Eventually tackled by Fred Warner. The timeout comes at 1:51. And the punting unit will come on in San Francisco.
So the 49ers will get one more shot.
To stay alive in this one.
And hopefully not force the ball into triple coverage to Deebo Samuel. Time is not a factor. You got time. You got a timeout. You're going to have like 1:40. Field position might suck because the kicking game, the punting game has been on point tonight.
Run pass made no difference on that one.
We've been talking about the punters so much, and this becomes the 10th punt for Corliss Waitman. So we said coming into this game, he only had 13 in his career. Kicked a couple of games in Pittsburgh last year. Let's see what the Niners will do, come after him or not. Juwan Jennings got close earlier in the game. Well protected by
And a punt. He muffed the punt. I think the 49ers have it. They'll be lucky to hang on. Muffed punt. No idea who recovered. 49ers. Oh, boy. That was almost a game right there. He was trying to make something happen. Field position's been shit all night. He was ready to make something happen, and he nearly gave up the game. But the Niners retained possession.
49ers have had their mistakes of their own. First it was Jimmy G with the fumble.
As bad as the Broncos playing bad on offense is the story tonight, even though they're probably about to win. 49ers have been sloppy too, offensively. Fumble snap, stepping out of the back of the end zone, the intercept. Really, Garoppolo's been bad in the second half. There's no denying it. They're at their own 15, 1:42 and a timeout. A field goal can win the game. Ooh, Garoppolo sacked back at the 3. Bradley Chubb. That's horrible. Shanahan's about to have a stroke.
So far, the difference in this game has been the loss of Trent Williams. It really has been.
Niners had to run all the way back to the 3 just to get lined up. Got to save that timeout. Get out of the end zone. Get out of the end zone. Big play right here. Big play. Fumbled the ball, and the Broncos have it. Game over. Wow. Game over. A sack. And then they give up a big pass play, but strip the ball out, and it bounces right into the hands of Jackson. Broncos are going to win 11-10. Thought they had the miracle play they needed here. Woo! Yep, that's fumble. Clear recovery by Denver.
Just such a great play. P.J. Locke, sometimes it's the guys that you least expect to come up with the huge plays.
Niners turned it over 3 times. The Broncos sucked on offense, but they didn't turn it over. 49ers turned it over 3 times, and they're going to lose by 1.
That's what he was complaining about. Victory formation for Wilson and the Broncos. Let's watch.
Ooh, I think the Broncos might have been offsides. That's close. That's why Shanahan was fired up.
This has to feel good for Nathaniel Hackett as the Niners took that final timeout. Just a couple more snaps here. Chris, it's been a long week for Nathaniel. He does have a win, right? Although it didn't feel like it after the Houston game because there was more angst about clock.
The ugliest 2-1 team I've ever seen.
To get this one at home and get the home crowd on your side. And Paul Hackett, his dad, with a smile on his face.
Yeah, you really knew all you needed to know.
Now it's over, like a right rear tire at Texas.
Didn't you? After our conversations, and then, I mean, he just said, that's a hole that can't fill. The relationship that I had, the trust I had in him, the ability to communicate and get my ideas across without offending anybody with him.
Well, he said, Nathaniel made football fun again for me.
Wow.
It got Aaron fired back up about the process of the game.
So the process is going to be a long one. But you hang your hat on that last drive.
11-10.
That last drive about 50
Yep,
times.
that's something.
And because, really, I've been kind of waiting to see Russell Wilson. We all know what he's been, right?
Let's ride. Broncos win.
And he made plays on that final drive to win this football game.
Russell with his Tom Brady special. Played like ass. Pulled something out of his dick in the fucking fourth quarter and steal a win. Garoppolo really played terribly tonight. He was hot early, but horrible in the second half. And the safety was the difference in the game. The Niners could have won 10-9. Well, I streamed entirely way too long today. Yuki, yeah, that was bad. Offensively, that was inexcusable in the second half. Good first quarter, bad everything else. Just fucking horrible. But that's the Jimmy Garoppolo experience. You know he's going to have these games. He's like Kirk Cousins, but shittier. Penalties and the turnovers. And just it's pretty much all on Garoppolo here. But anyway, I've streamed entirely too long today. And I feel sorry for everybody that, well, I don't feel sorry for you. You chose to stay with me most of the day, guys. So, yeah, that's an embarrassing one, but the 49ers are still good. They can bounce back. The Broncos, I feel like the Broncos got more work to do than the 49ers. Broncos have a really good defense, though, so take no shame in that. But, yeah, I guess I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night for the Cowboys and the Giants. I mean, you've seen you can win with Garoppolo, but he's not going to elevate the team. That's why they've been trying to get rid of him. He's not going to elevate the 49ers and make them better. Anyway, we could talk about this all night long. Really, we could. There was a lot to talk about today. Like the Colts, the game, for example. I got to go watch those highlights. All right. Good night.